What is up, people of the interwebs? We are the Couch Company. My name is John. With me, as always, TD, Tyler.
With you to the end.
To the end of time.
Here I am. Hi, John.
I appreciate it. To hell and back. Here we go. And this is actually a special episode. This marks our halfway point. Half a year we've been doing this.
Half a year. Yeah.
So we've been doing this for 23.
6?
Plus 3. How many weeks are in a year?
It's 52 weeks in a year. This is episode 26.
26.
It's going to be a little weird because this is considered season 1 as we're putting this stuff out. And instead of doing it like based off of our anniversary, I'm just new year. We're going to start.
Yeah,
season
I think
2.
that's the better play.
Yeah.
But for our own records,
yeah,
we are at the halfway point.
It's going to be fun to try to figure out exactly when we're recording, how we're recording, that sort of thing, because we have some holidays coming up. I don't know if people know you know, the best months.
We're in the best month.
Yeah.
And the best holidays coming up.
Yeah.
That top 5, TBD.
Right. I guess we could still record on Black Friday. We'll be a little tired, maybe.
I'm going to be out of town.
You're out of town on Black Friday? I mean, I guess that makes sense. Okay.
I am here. We can talk about this after, but we'll figure it out. But that being said, I do have an announcement first before we start.
Yes, you're very excited about this, guy.
I am very excited. Last week, Tyler, if you heard our podcast, you might have heard Tyler talking about how Jonathan Taylor popped off on Thursday Night Football. Mm-hmm. And subsequently, Elijah Moore was on my bench, wide receiver for the New York Jets. I would like the whole world, which equates to about 11, 12 people.
13.
Hey.
13 people heard me basically put another nail in my coffin. Yeah.
I beat home run hot dunks last week in fantasy football. Quite handedly, I would say. It
was not pretty. I don't know what Mahomes is doing with his team, but he's got to turn it around.
He is checking his PayPal right now. He's a real one. That's all I want to say about that. But as always, karma has my back. People will shit on me.
I didn't think that's what you were talking about. Is like you had to say something.
I wanted to give you a little surprise there.
So I am surprised. That is warranted. I do apologize for trash talking.
No, I love
early.
it. I love it. I sat here quiet, and my team did the rest of the work.
I play I guess I play your younger brother
Landon
this week. Yeah. He's the lowest team.
He's bad. He's bad.
I don't even know if I can beat him this week. We'll see.
You got a lot of players on buys?
No, I have a great team, but somehow he finagled stuff, and according to the projections, we're neck and neck.
Don't matter at all.
That's all I can go by.
True.
The smiles of the players and the projections.
You need to return to your smile policy because that's the year you won.
That is the year I won, first year, yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know, Tyler, the first time he ever played fantasy football, literally drafted only players who were smiling in their portrait.
It's very few. You would be surprised how little. Yeah,
dude, they literally beat people up for a living. Mm-hmm. Who smiles if you get paid to do that?
Right.
Not even paid. You get handsomely paid to do that.
It's a lot of money.
And he won, which just furthers the point that why are we even doing this?
Nothing matters, yeah.
We might as well just be pulling slots. You know what I'm saying?
We should. That would actually be awesome. That would be super funny. Yeah, just to randomly get assigned.
No, you know it could be cool. So Mike was actually saying there's you can do an auction draft. Mm-hmm. And he was saying it's stupid, but it's actually really fun if you do it in person and you're with your buddies.
You make it a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way it works, obviously, is every player is assigned a dollar amount, and you get a pool of money, and then you bet on players like an auction, and you start with the highest and go on, and you make a night out of it, and it's pretty fun actually, and it's strategic. And
I would assume that would take like twice as long as our normal draft, right?
Yeah, it's an event.
Yeah, like a board and everything.
Exactly. I think it'd be fun, but with all things, it'll never happen because everything we talk about that's fun, we never do.
We're very busy, and we're also all introverts, so it just doesn't we don't.
I'm still waiting on Whiteboard Night, dude.
Yeah, I know. I think that's something
for anyone who doesn't know what Whiteboard Night is.
Yeah,
I see. I'm catching myself.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where we talk about all of our inside things. So anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, which is probably 12 people.
12?
Yeah, out of the 13, I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe. Anyways, so Rainbow Six Siege Is Vegas in there? No, it's not. So Rainbow Six Siege is a video game created by Ubisoft back in 2013. I don't even know if that's right. But we used to play that game, and we were like, dude.
Like a 2016, but yeah. Oh, I'll put a cheeseburger. Between 2013 and 2016, I'll put a cheeseburger
like who's
on
closer?
That. Oh, yeah.
I don't think either of us are right.
I will put a cheeseburger on that.
8 years. It's not 2013, but it's definitely not 2016.
You think it's higher or lower than 2016?
Lower.
It's
so
wait.
Was I in high school when this game came out?
2016 or higher, you get lower than 2016. We'll put a cheeseburger right on it. I know I'm derailing this whole thing.
No, I don't want to.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, please look it up.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we played Rainbow Six Siege, and we would all talk about, like, this game is so much fun with 5 people. I still contest that. I still believe that's one of the funnest games you can play with a full party. For anyone who hasn't played that game, it's really strategic. It's obviously a first-person shooter, but there's a lot of, what is it?
November 26th, 2015. You could have got it.
I could have got it.
Yeah.
I knew it. I was like, was I in high school? I couldn't
tell you what, though,
remember
I'm pretty close. I'm a month away.
Yeah, no, yeah, you get that dub. But I will say, this game is super fun when you're playing with a party of 5, or was it 6? One of the two.
5.
Anyways, so we would always say, we're going to do a whiteboard night. We're going to have a night. We all get together, LAN party, have a big whiteboard, draw out strats on do a projection of every map and draw out strats and stuff. Because you can prepare before the game begins. So you can set up your defenses, or if you're on offense, you can scout out the place. Dude, it was going to be so much fun. But we never did it. So that's the long-winded form of we never follow through with what we're going to follow through. And that's what whiteboard night
I bought
means.
the whiteboard.
Yeah, Tyler did buy the whiteboard for a substantial amount.
It was actually I did spring for the larger one for more strats.
With the buttons and stuff.
Buttons,
the
markers,
buttons,
erasers, little cup on there, everything. Yeah, it's magnetic.
Damn, dude.
Whatever.
We're gonna do it someday.
Someday.
No, that game was so much fun. Actually, I kind of miss that game sometimes. Like we were playing. So I just recently played. What's it called? Final Hour.
Yeah.
Which is that an indie game? Would you qualify it as that?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So it's kind of like a Counter-Strike clone mixed with Rainbow Six elements. It looks very Counter-Strike, meaning it looks like it's 15 years old.
Like it was made in 2013.
Right. And but the gameplay is much like Rainbow, where you prepare and you can chart out what you're going to do and things. Now, I will say the best part of the game is what Nate was describing. So Nathan wanted us to play this game. And there's a preparation phase. So when you're on offense, you can actually draw on the screen and stuff and say where you're going to go, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
You can determine what level you're looking at. So you have the blueprints of the building. It was really interesting. But the game itself, it's just why aren't we playing Rainbow?
That part looked cool. If they took that part in the prep stage and put it into Rainbow, absolutely. Rather than driving drones around and stuff, I think it would be kind of neat.
Oh, so remove drones just from the initial phase.
I always thought drones were kind of pointless in a way. They're not pointless. You could see where everything was and it kind of set you up for success. But
pointless as in essential.
Well, I guess.
The better you get, the more essential they get.
Yeah,
right?
I guess.
No, it's not even a question.
Okay, yes, you are 100% right. I take everything I said back. I'm just saying, it never seemed if you didn't know exactly, you guys knew the maps, you knew the layouts a little bit better. Where I'm driving a drone in, and I'm just I don't know, I'm just go up these.
I'm gonna try to get on this washing machine.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I totally agree. I think it'd be much more engaging if you were able to draw. And chart out we're going to enter through here. We're going to have a 3 stack, I don't know. I totally agree. I would obviously keep the drones in the game, but just that initial phase, preparation phase.
I don't think we have a good group of players that wouldn't immediately throw the plan away at the first sign of resistance, or they'll just say, nah, I'm not doing that. And they'll go off and do their own thing.
Theoretically, we have a squad.
We have a squad, but they're all squad leaders in their own minds.
I don't think so. Me and you aren't.
Sure. Okay.
Nate is.
Yes.
You think John is?
I think John and Mike both could be, yeah.
I don't think Mike will
Kyle
play.
Could be. No, right. I
don't think Kyle will play either. I think Calvin would play.
Sure.
And he's kind of a wild card, but I don't think he's a squad leader necessarily.
Yeah, but even Nate saying oh, hey, let's go this way, and I'll be okay, I'm on this window. We're gonna breach here.
Right.
2 seconds later, Nate's double gunning Ramboing it like down a hallway.
I mean, that's what he does, man.
I know, but
you can't take that out of him.
It's very...
See, it's up. See, I think our problem is we always blame it on Nate. Maybe it's us. Maybe we're not.
Oh no, it's 100% us.
Maybe we're not adapting well enough to his style of leadership.
The last time we played, because we had a long hiatus, and we played like together one night.
Yeah,
downloaded 80 gigs worth of BS to play one night.
When did we play? Did I play with you?
At least a year ago.
We played Rocket League. I remember that night.
We played Rocket League. That was another one. That was fun.
That was very fun.
But we definitely played Rainbow, and I remember distinctly because I played it like a Call of Duty, where I'm like, we're not actually playing this game.
Right.
I don't give a crap about it.
Sure.
So I was just running and just shooting everything.
Yep.
Did fine. Like, I can see the appeal there because people don't know how to react to just some idiot running in headlong.
Yeah, it's not expected. Sure.
But you're never going to get anywhere with that.
Yeah, but dude, pulling off a successful play in that game, like when we were actually playing it, and we aren't good. So for anyone listening, we're terrible. But
hey, I held down the fort that one time.
Absolutely.
Killed the entire team.
No, of course.
Won the round. I don't even know
because
if we won the
you
game
found that's the other thing. You found your champion on defense.
That's
I call
true.
them champions.
Yeah.
I guess they're operators in that game. Excuse me. You found your operator on defense, which was Legion. The quiet wait for them to fuck up, kind of champ.
Yeah,
which is I think
MO.
that's your style. Considering that information, I need to think about who you need to play in League like that. I mean, Teemo, he's got the mushrooms. Very similar to the
I played Teemo.
Wait for
I bought Teemo.
You have Teemo?
Yeah.
Anyways, a good transition. Enough about Rainbow. Arcane just came out
Let's talk about something better.
Week.
Yeah.
And first 3 episodes, so what they're doing, there's going to be 3 acts.
So real quick, what is Arcane?
Arcane is Riot, who made League of Legends, came out with this TV show.
Yeah.
Animated TV show called Arcane. So League of Legends does
based in League of Legends world.
Exactly. So League of Legends does have lore, has a lot of it, but what would you call a world like this where it's like not disconnected, but it's kind of like a Dark Souls kind of feel where you have to kind of look for the lore. Does that make sense? There's not like a single player mode where it's explained to you. It's kind of through different sorts of media that the lore is kind of told, and you have to kind of piece it together.
I would say at least Dark Souls is all self-contained, where it seems like
True.
League of Legends is very much like Overwatch, where they kind of like
Overwatch
have these
might
Easter
be,
eggs and people just kind of piece together, and you just watch fan-made YouTube videos.
Exactly, yeah. So you have, they write... I mean, they have a website where, they actually have a map. I don't know if you ever checked out the map of Runeterra. It's actually pretty cool. You can go in and click on things. It's pretty interactive.
Nice.
So I would definitely recommend
I absolutely did not do that.
I know you didn't, but I think you would appreciate it from just a UI standpoint.
Okay.
So anyways, so it does have its own lore. You kind of have to, so it's different pieces of media that kind of, up to this point, whether it's stories that they do write stories. Every character has their own bio. But there's I don't know, they were doing comic books for a little bit. They partnered with Marvel.
I knew that, yeah.
They're doing some comic books. So anyways, what I'm saying is different media types kind of piece together the lore.
And they're doing different video game stuff too, I believe, right?
Yes, that's also something I wanted to talk about. It's called the Riot Forge program, where they are partnering with indie studios to make these indie games that are based in League of Legends lore and world, and that will be canon, but they're not making themselves.
It's the same type of thing that like Warhammer does, where there's 12 Warhammer games that come out a year, just from different studios. Star Wars is doing it, stuff like that. So
there's 2 games that are coming out for that. Just to sidetrack a little bit, so the Ruin King, which I'm really excited for, is more of a narrative-based game. I think it's a what's it called? Turn-based combat kind of game. Yeah, it looks like. So that'll be interesting. And then they just come out with this other game. Oh man, what's it called? It's like a rhythm game that they're coming out with.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, that's interesting. They just announced that the other day. So
didn't Netflix come out with the game? Was it
this rhythm game will be on the Netflix store? So I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I think the beta for that came out a couple days ago. Actually, yeah, on the 10th. Yeah.
So, anyways, a lot of stuff in the works. With that being said, Arcane is the first time they're actually doing a I guess narrative or show.
You sent me the trailer.
I did
because you were talking about it, and I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. League of Legends. I get that it has lore. I respect that. Sure. But whatever.
I would feel the same way if you were like, oh, dude, look at this Warcraft lore. Like,
yeah, okay, exactly.
I will say, though, so I know how you feel, but I will say, when I saw did you see the World of Warcraft movie? Remember that came out a couple years ago?
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. I was like, dude, I'm like ready to jump into this.
And
but then nothing came from that.
They didn't really take off. And I think the thing was with that, it was animated, but part of why Arcane is so amazing, and this is when you sent me the trailer, I was looking at it, and it's like I'm watching a not live action, I'm sorry, but like a animated like storyboard, like a concept art type of thing, and the animations mixed with the sound, great voice acting. It was just like that trailer completely changed my mind on like, oh, this could be pretty cool. Like I would go as far to say I know that the Spider-Man Into the Verse, or is it Into the Verse?
Into Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse, yeah. I know that's like the,
standard,
perfect like top line animation stuff, but like I kind of think that Arcane's a little bit better. Like I'm actually going to go out and say that. Like the art style is really, really great. It has this kind of almost painterly feel.
I love how they, like you're talking about, they have these set pieces.
Yeah.
Because there are, they've compiled this artwork throughout the years. So I've seen some of these backdrops before in books and online and stuff that these artists have made, and they're so smart about this, reusing those resources in this show.
And it's like the use of color and just every single shot that they do, either something is being animated so like full of expression and stuff. Like the one there's a clip where maybe you know who the guy is, and I don't know the lore, so it's whatever. But there's some like hooded guy with like a staff, and he's like doing magic and stuff. And is his name Jace? Is the Arcane
scientist?
Guy. Yeah. So he's watching this dude do magic. Yeah. But this guy's like basically writing with a staff, and it doesn't seem like a lot, right? But just the way that the music and the animations and how fluid and quick it was, it felt more powerful than any other like if you were to be like, oh, okay, D&D, I swing my staff around. It's like never in a million years would I be thinking that's how you do it, right? And I don't, like, it's hard for me to describe, but it was just like that. Every little thing about
it's
every frame,
every animation
so cool.
is purposeful, and has weight to it,
and it's exaggerated, but always in a great way. The facial expressions of the characters are great. It's very, very subtle.
Yeah,
I was blown away. So I watched that first episode, and I was I was like, okay, I'll just watch this at night whenever I'm going to bed.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, I can't, because I don't want to fall asleep. Like I need to be like 100% dedicated watching this. So I actually I waited until it was like, after work or something. And I'm fully alert.
Yeah.
Sitting up, just watching this thing, because it was just so riveting and so fantastic.
So you watched all three?
Oh yeah, dude, I cannot, I was actually super sad yesterday where I'm like, man, I really just want to keep watching this, because I finished it yesterday, the last episode, and I was a little bummed. So the next three released tomorrow, or is it just one episode tomorrow?
Three. So they're doing three at a time.
That's so fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What a perfect balance too. It's like you get it's best of both worlds. You get the instant gratification, but now we can. I love it. I think they're spot on with this.
So I was interesting. So I know they're going with Jinx. They're going with Vi.
Yep.
Which I know are characters.
Yes.
I know the little
Heimerdinger.
Oh yeah.
Heimerdinger.
The scientist guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
The little guy. Yep.
I was gonna say the little black kid.
Echo. Yep.
Echo. He's newer though, right?
He is
not
anymore, but yes.
He was after Jinx.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So is all of that predefined? So did they already flesh all this out and now they're just putting it to film, or is it something where it's like, oh, hey, let's start connecting all this stuff together?
Right. So that's the interesting part of this. So we know generally all their backstories with Jinx and Vi. So I knew all that already.
So I
knew they were sisters.
Like sisters. Okay.
It was always implied, but and it's still not clear if they're blood related or if they were both orphaned.
And who's like the dad figure, Varen?
He's new. So
okay. So he's not.
So I did not know him.
Interesting.
Love his voice actor as well.
Yeah, who is
fantastic?
That?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I can't remember his name. That's I can't believe, but yeah. So Echo, like we knew kind of his thing. I personally didn't know he was so involved with like Jinx and Vi and stuff. Although it makes sense because they're all in the same place, right? But a lot of champions. So you have Jinx, Vi, Echo, Heimerdinger, Jace, Victor.
So which one's Victor?
Victor is the Russian guy, the guy with the limp.
He's a character in League of Legends?
He's a champion. You'll never recognize. So this is what I love. Is because his transformation will be really interesting. Because as of right now, because I know Victor from the game.
Yeah.
So Victor right now, I'm like, oh man, he really kind of transforms. I guess a little spoilery, but nothing crazy.
That's kind of cool.
But yeah, he's gonna be interesting to watch. Caitlyn is another one, the girl who kind of was with Jace at the beginning. Her parents are really rich. They sponsored Jace, if you remember correctly.
Caitlyn is the long shot.
Yes.
Okay.
She's a sniper. So
interesting. Okay. I guess everyone looks young, so it's a little tough because everyone's
a little
bit
younger.
In this point.
She's there. And there's a couple of characters that you don't know yet. So we've seen Singed, who is the, I don't know if you know who that is, but he is the so the bad guy, the guy who's experimenting with the purple stuff.
The one-eyed guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
His assistant scientist,
okay.
That guy's a champion as well, and he's Singed.
Which makes sense after the end of the episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So that's when everyone's like, oh, wow, that's
really
Singed.
cool.
Yeah, so they, like, a ton, like, at least, like, what, 10?
Yeah, so in not to make this the League of Legends podcast, but, like, so in this world where you have, like, the like, lower level dwellers and that thing, which was very... almost like cyberpunk-y-ish.
Yes, very
right?
cyber. Well, this is interesting. So this is just one small piece of the world.
Well, that's what I mean. So everyone that we're seeing, like, that's not the entire game. Like they have, like, that's just like one tiny like city within like a continent of the world.
Exactly, and this is what I love about League of Legends is there's a place in the world for everyone. Mm-hmm. So if you go up north. It's more Arctic and tribal. So if you're into that kind of stuff, and there's a continent that's very, I guess, Asian inspired, like Oriental and mystical, things like that with martial arts and ninjas and stuff. And then you go to the other side, and there's like there's a very magical place with like Mount Targon, and that gets into like celestial stuff and dragons. The point is there's something for everyone. So this is like their steampunk version of the world. It's where
they picked a really grounded thing.
I think this is an excellent starting place, which isn't. They used to go with other places first, but this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
I think it's very intriguing.
Man, it's so good. Like I legitimately so. I love One Punch Man, and I'm not saying that this is an anime, so no one write in.
Right,
but like you've told me about Cowboy Bebop, One Punch Man, and Invincible.
Invincible, yeah.
I think this might actually be my favorite out of all of this.
With 3 episodes, that's
tough.
Shocking. That's shocking.
I'm just saying, I am more
invested,
riveted and kept thinking about it after the fact more than all. And like Invincible is really good in its own right and stuff.
Yeah,
but this. I don't know how much of it is the artwork, but it is so well paired that I am absolutely engrossed 100% on it.
Yeah, I think for you it seemed, and I was very curious. I'm trying to get my friends to watch this who have no relationship with League to see kind of their thoughts about it,
I will say,
yeah,
I still have zero desire to play League.
That's fine.
Which is like I'm watching this and I'm just like, man, why isn't this a video game?
Oh wait,
but like a God of War-esque video game.
Well, I think that you should play maybe the single player ones that are coming out.
I'll definitely give it a try. My last question, because I know we need to move on, but for the actual like League of Legends fight, lore wise. This isn't like Tekken, where Tekken has all the different characters and all their different backstories.
Yeah.
But the Tekken like tournament, or like the Mortal Kombat tournament, is still a thing. So like League of Legends, this like the game that you're fighting other heroes and stuff to do stuff. Like that's not.
So that used to be in the lore. They've retconned that. So originally the lore was these wizards were so powerful that instead of blowing up the world, they're going to take their champions and put them on Summoner's Rift to fight it out. And then you would determine a war that way.
Okay.
Kind of like through that game so that you don't completely explode the world. So, but they've retconned that, and now it's just like it's a real place. And so what you're playing in the actual game is just it's
circumstantial.
Like
it doesn't,
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So not lore based at all.
Interesting.
Yep. So it's very good.
I loved it, man. I cannot wait for tomorrow.
Yeah, me too. It is so good, and you can only imagine how I feel. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm trying to think of something, and I know I always bring up Arkham City is like that's a perfect realization of one of my favorite properties.
Yeah.
You got to be feeling like the same thing with that.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah, that's awesome.
Well, how did you feel like when Dark Knight came out, like the trilogy?
Loved it. Yeah, no. Like
was that the same kind of hype, or were the games better?
I like the games more
Sure.
just because it was Mark Hamill, Kevin Conroy. You know, like
That's
what we've
like
talked about before. Like it felt a
yeah.
little bit more cartoony and a little bit more of that. But I thought
I think it strikes the games strike a perfect balance.
Absolutely.
Because you have this show, which is very cartoony, although I was watching clips today. Still contested. One of the most well-written shows of all time. All the whole, from the animated series all the way on.
Yep.
I think those writers are immaculate. But I think it strikes a nice balance between, because you have the gritty live action, but you get that game where you kind of get best of both worlds, I feel like.
No, they have done bad. I am very #blessed.
Blessed, yeah. You're getting another one.
For how well. So the funny thing was, as all these games were coming, not to belabor this, but those games were coming out and the movies were coming out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And my cousin Justin, which I think you met, you met him.
Mm-hmm.
His favorite superhero is Hulk.
Oh, okay.
So as we're getting these movies together, he gets the Incredible Hulk. I'm making this up, but like Dark Knight, right?
Yeah.
And he'll text me and be like, so you get your game and you get a great first movie and the second movie's even better.
Yeah.
And he's just like, and what do I get? I get Ed Norton just complaining for 2 hours. It was
technically he got the Avengers game. Hulk's in there.
I played that because that's on
Was it
Game
good?
Pass.
Yeah. No, it's bad. Yeah, right. What's bad? I'm curious because I heard it was bad, but what is specifically bad? It looks fine.
All I wanted
what's bad
from a game like
it?
that is just a dumb beat 'em up,
like a Ultimate Alliance.
Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah,
that's all I
exactly.
want. Like almost like an isometric, just beat 'em up.
Sure.
And this is like trying to be super
God of War.
Yeah, but in a terribly controlled way because it's like throwing you between the different characters. I understand that it's the opening thing, so they're like, have a little taste of everyone.
Yeah.
But like it was so disorienting because it's like, okay, I guess I'm flying now, so it's like flying controls, and okay, now I'm like the Hulk and I'm just like running, but it felt so clumsy, and it's the Hulk, I get it, but like I'm missing jumps because like just the geometry wasn't catching him in a certain way, or he like it was bad. Black Widow felt like kind of okay because she was a little bit responsive. It was just so it's all over
very
the place.
Technical.
Yeah, but not in a good way. Like if it's technical,
that's what I'm saying. The technical aspect
of
of it is what makes it bad.
Yeah, like it looked cool.
What about the writing and story?
The writing was neat.
Fine.
Yeah, like Thor was funny. I do. It's almost like they're all bad cosplayers because it's like, oh no, we're not looking like the Marvel movies, but like they're all written basically exactly like the Marvel movies.
Well, that's what I liked about the trailer I saw for Suicide Squad.
That looks
fantastic,
amazing,
right? And here again, DC beats the shit out of Marvel when it comes to video games, everything but movies. So, and then we just can't get a good DC movie.
We've been watching Flash. And we got into this
TV
Flash.
Show?
Yeah, we got to this. I think it's like the Elseworlds section or something.
Okay.
Where it was Flash getting pulled into Arrow, and they did like a Freaky Friday swap bodies thing.
Okay, cool.
And then Supergirl comes in, and then you have like Batwoman come in, and they do this thing where it's like, okay, you watch Flash, and it says like this storyline continues in Arrow. So we were literally like skipping to, because we're only watching Flash right now.
Right.
So we were skipping to the Arrow like episode to continue that thing.
Right.
Like, it was super dorky, super kind of cool. The thing that kind of pissed us off is, I mean, obviously, did you watch Smallville whenever it was out?
No,
okay.
No.
So Smallville, they had this thing from Remedy Zero called like Somebody Save Me. That was like their theme song.
Right.
So they flash to Kansas and you hear like Somebody Save Me. Like it's like going in. I'm like, oh, like and then it's like it's not Tom Welling and like the actual characters from Smallville. It's like the new people, but they use the old school song.
Oh, what
is just a big middle finger or like a little wink and a nod, like hey, it's all weird multiverse stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so mad.
Fuck.
Like that ruined that portion for me. Yeah. And there were fine actors, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not Smallville. Anyway.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the time codes are going to be all over the place for this. I'm going to have fun. I'm just going to put intro, and that's it.
Boop. Yeah. All right. Well, what are we getting into today, Tyler?
All right. So we have our. We were talking back and forth. I'm like, okay, well, what are we going to do for our 6-month anniversary?
Right. Exactly.
And I came up with something that was a little bit more on their childhood. So I texted you. I was like, hey, how about Pokemans?
Pokemans.
Something everyone can of course relate to. But then my very quick follow-up was like, are you too young for the original like Gen 1 151?
No.
That's the only ones that I can confidently say
really?
I could. Yeah.
I can go up to like Gen 3.
Well, so
maybe not 4.
It's kind of twofold because I know that so everyone's listening to this on a Monday.
Yeah.
So in a few days, Pokemon Diamond, like the remakes, Diamond and Pearl, are coming out. So they're going to be out on Friday.
Is that Gen 4?
Oh, sure. I don't know. Yeah, that sounds right.
Diamond Pearl?
Yeah.
I think that's 4.
That sounds right.
Forgive me if I'm incorrect.
It was the last game that I remember playing all the way through and actually enjoying.
Sure.
So,
all right.
I could go for a good Pokemon game.
I've always said I thought that Pokemon was really overrated, but I've been addicted to watching these Pokemon videos. I think these randomizers are so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, there's this one type where it's like they have all these challenges and stuff, to play the game. And the one, I forget what it's called. So, essentially, you're restricted to the first Pokemon you see on every place that you're at. Mm-hmm. And you can only catch that one or something, or you can only catch one per section.
Yeah.
And then if your Pokemon faints, you have to get rid of them. Like, it's like they died.
I remember. Yeah, I think we talked about that.
And you have to. Well, I talked about a different one where every door you enter is random.
No, I know, but like way back. Maybe that was like Nate because
maybe sure.
Nate likes everything hard, just hardcore.
Yeah, well, it's like hardcore, but it's like devastating because you have to. Part of the rules is you have to name every one that you catch. Yeah. So it makes it harder to. Yeah,
so man, that's terrible.
Yeah, and then if you run out of Pokemon, you're done.
Yeah,
it's over. So I've been watching those. And then there was another one where every Pokemon's random. So like the starting 3 were like, everything's random.
Just like a Metapod.
So the one he got, it was like a Groudon, which is like the legendary one, I think.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, okay, well, this game's over.
Yeah, it's super easy.
It was so funny that it's like a level 5 Groudon.
It's not bad.
Like, what the fuck? Anyways, okay. We're doing the Pokemans today. Top 5.
Gen 1. We are doing Pokemon. 151.
Correct.
Mew counts. We will talk about Mew.
Yeah, so I was actually researching a little bit. And Giant Bomb, shout out, has a fantastic list with all the...
Giant Bomb has a lot of good lists and all that stuff.
They have all the Pokemon from Gen 1. Nice picture. But it's only 150. They stop at Mewtwo.
Yeah.
So what is the deal with Mew?
So Mew, and I'm sure I'll butcher this.
Sure.
The only way to get Mew on the US games, as I understand it, was either during a trade event. So if you missed the trade event, it was out. I got mine through Game Shark.
You cheater.
Sure. But the thing was, it was a sprite. Like, it was a created sprite in blue and yellow. So I got mine in yellow. I transferred it over to blue.
Like, right.
That's how I understand it. It was like maybe in like a Japanese version or something.
Sure.
I don't know. That was always the urban legend stuff, right? Like, it was like, oh, yeah, if you surf to blah, 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 move a giant rock and do all this stuff, like, then Mew appears and you fight him and you can get him. I don't know.
I have no idea, dude. I didn't play Gen 1. So my Pokemon story was interesting. So my parents lived in Japan when I was not born. And so when they come back, I was negative like 5. And so they brought all this stuff back from Japan. And part of that was like a big Pokemon card collection and Pokemon games. And stuff like that. So I like watched the TV show obviously when I was little, and I had all these Pokemon cards in Japanese, and so like cool. It was pretty cool.
See, mine was all the game, like it was just Pokemon Blue, and that's all we did during like Bible study or something. Like our parents would do their Bible study thing, and the kids would be watching wrestling, practicing wrestling moves, like putting all the pillows on the floor, doing wrestling moves, and playing Pokemon.
What a time to be alive!
Oh man, it was so good. And then we got into the cards.
Yeah,
I played, I think, half of one physical real card game, and the guy I was playing with got super mad because I was beating him, and I bought like a pre-made. It was like a dark deck or something.
Sure. Those pre-made decks were OP.
They were decent. Yeah. Like I was like, oh, I'm kicking
like
your
unless
butt.
they know what they're doing, you're gonna beat everyone.
And I had a lot of rich friends, so like they had like stacks and stacks and stacks of like just the best cards, right? And I was beating him, and he quit. And that was the only game, like physical game I played. And
Tyler, I want the record to show Tyler is 1-0 lifetime in Pokemon trading cards
based off a forfeit. Technically, yes.
And ended a man's career.
Ended a man's
career. That's impressive.
This guy.
Imagine if you were a fighter. Tyler DeFazio, 1-0.
On the top. Yeah.
TKO.
100%.
Or forfeit. I don't know how that would score that.
Technical knockout?
It's not a technical knockout. It would be a forfeit.
It's not a TKO if they forfeit?
No.
Okay.
1-0 by forfeit.
1-0.
Ended a man's career.
Yeah.
Love it.
It was very good. So I did that, and then I had the Pokemon Pinball, which was cool, and then I had the trading card game on the Game Boy, which was super fun.
I had gold. Like I told you, my brother had like the opposite of what I had. So we had gold, silver. Yep. I had sapphire. He had ruby. So those were great times, dude.
I always wanted
we could trade
with
each other, dude. Oh, so much fun and battle with each other.
Yeah,
you need a sibling with Pokemon. It makes it a lot better. You have those connectors on your Game Boy Advanced.
Yeah, with like a bunch of different adapters to hit all the different stuff. Yeah.
Oh man,
that was a high commodity at church. Like we would always be doing that during the sermon.
Very good. All
right. So just to make sure that no one thinks we're just snubbing Pokemon, we're gonna do this very quick and dirty. And I believe my exact words. We're gonna be brutal about this.
Okay.
So we're gonna fly through all 151 monsters, pocket monsters,
yeah.
And we're just going to be super dismissive if we don't want them. If you want to fight for it, whatever. Might say one-off things.
Okay, yeah. I'm down.
And we fly.
We're gonna fly. That's a move in Pokemon.
So here's the thing. We both have our phones out.
I do.
One of us needs to be marking down.
Why don't you mark down?
I will mark down.
You're going
to be.
I'm going to scroll through, and I will. Or you want me to mark down?
Nope. It's too late now. Okay. I'm already in my notes.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to start putting stuff down here.
All right.
Pokemon.
I just got self-conscious because I'm like, man, what if I mispronounce some of these?
I will absolutely call it out.
Okay,
It'll
perfect.
be very fun.
It'll never be worse than episode 4,
Eakins?
But whatever.
Okay.
What?
Eakins?
Eakins? All right, here we go. Number 1.
It's a snake. Eek. It's a snake, yeah.
Eek is a snake?
It's Ekans, but I always said Eakins.
Oh, it's snake backwards. That's right. I was trying to think of who you're... Isn't that snake backwards?
Oh, yeah, but I'm just saying I would say Eek. Like, it's a snake.
Gotcha.
Like, I don't know.
That's
whatever.
Funny. Okay.
Right.
I appreciated it. Number 1, Bulbasaur.
I think...
He's my least favorite starter.
Oh, okay.
Quick and dirty, remember?
Quick and dirty, that's fine. I'm not going to fight for him. I think him being number 1, he's the OG, the number 1 Pokemon.
He's the first Pokemon ever made.
Cool. Right.
That's cool.
Yeah,
but he's the worst starter.
Skip him. That's fine.
Ivysaur.
All the middle Pokemons for the starters are the teenage bullshit versions of those Pokemon.
I think he's the coolest one out of the Bulbasaur evolutions.
That is still not.
No, I'm not fighting for him.
Yeah.
Venusaur?
Nope.
Yeah. He's chunky though. I'll say that. Charmander.
Venusaur on the Pokemon card game.
Yeah.
Is
fantastic.
Pretty baller. Yeah. Sunbeam's is pretty awesome.
Yeah, for sure. But it costs like 5 leaves or something.
It's a lot. Yeah. You can. Yep.
Charmander
is cool. They're cooler
the best
ones
starter.
On there.
He's the best starter.
I'll take my best starter and put it against your best starter.
I'll take a rain check on that. Oh, we have that sound effect.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Somewhere on there, but I'm not going to
you're not
a whole new track just for the drum beat.
Anyways, so no Charmander?
I would say no Charmander. I think we're getting to a person that we need to put on
Charmeleon?
the list. Nope.
Charizard.
Charizard. We'll put Charizard on there.
Charizard on there. I total agreement. Although I love Charmander, I don't want it be.
We only have 5
understated.
spots.
That's what I'm saying. I understand,
Pokemon.
but I just want to hit a little bit.
This might be our
there.
biggest list ever. Really?
No. We did video game characters. It's like infinite.
Yeah, but we didn't pull 151 out of our butts.
We could have.
We could have.
That's because you came with like, I have mine 5 ready. Let's make this like 10 minutes.
All right. No.
Anyways, Squirtle.
Squirtle. Love Squirtle.
I like Squirtle.
I like Squirtle more than Charmander.
I disagree, but are you going to fight for him on the list?
So here's my only thing out of the Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise. I actually think
Squirtle.
I would pick Squirtle. Yeah.
Wow,
I like Squirtle a lot. I know Blastoise Charizard is cool.
Beef.
Yeah, Blastoise is awesome.
I love the cannons. That's what sells me on it. Obviously,
he's sick. I just.
Okay, are you gonna fight for him on the top 5? I wouldn't. But
I wouldn't.
I'll open.
No, okay, it's okay. We'll skip him.
Wartortle.
Yeah, he is probably one of my least favorite.
He's
Pokemon.
Weird, right? But then you get the Blastoise.
Blastoise is
awesome.
Sick.
Yeah.
Special mention to Blastoise. I just think that if we're talking starters,
dude, look at that smirk.
He's awesome.
He's the best.
He's fantastic,
but not really the best.
And he could absolutely crush Charizard. So
yeah, he would. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
But what if I used Fly? Charizard can't learn Fly.
Well,
I don't think he can. Charizard can't learn. I thought Charizard can. Can he learn Fly?
Yeah, if you're in, I think yellow, you can. It got a little weird. Yeah.
I just remember Charizard being a lazy piece of shit in the show, which was the best. Like Ash's Charizard was just like, it was the whole meme was Ash would like bring him out and it'd be like a coin flip whether he's like willing to fight or not.
Yeah.
And I don't even think he was in a Pokeball or something. Someone correct me on that. He was like, nah, fuck you, dude. I'm doing my thing. He'd always just lay around. He had like the laziest Charizard in the world. Or maybe they're all lazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Caterpie, definitely not.
Nah.
Metapod,
nope.
Definitely not. I will shout out to the hardened.
The hardened skill.
Let me harden until we soft lock the game.
Until somebody just leaves.
Yeah. Butterfree?
No, but special shout out because depending on like if you take like Charizard or Charmander in the beginning, Butterfree was like you kind of needed him to beat the
to
first
beat your
gym.
rival.
Yeah,
sure,
like that was pretty good.
Weedle.
So Weedle was interesting because he was a high commodity in the beginning for me because I had blue and I couldn't have him. He was special.
Yeah,
but no, I don't.
No, me neither. And then Kakuna.
No.
Beedrill's cool.
Looks cool.
Yeah.
There are cooler ones that look similar.
Fair.
Like Scyther's pretty
special
baller.
Shout out to him though because I remember him being in like my first Pokemon deck because I had a Beedrill.
Okay.
And he was like a shiny one, so I love this card.
Nice.
So I have a special soft spot for Beedrill. I think he's super sweet, but yeah.
Sure.
Pidgey.
I like Pidgey.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not gonna fight for him.
Okay.
Remember when
dude, he's just everywhere. It's so
but remember the Pokemon Go whenever you were just sacrificing Pidgey after Pidgey after Pidgey for candies and things like that?
Well, no, I never played Pokemon Go, but I'll pretend I know what you're talking about.
For the game, did you kind of carry your Pidgey, I guess Pidgeot, all the way through?
Which
was
game?
That your fly?
Pokemon Go?
No, for Pokemon Blue or Red.
No. I didn't play Pokemon Blue or Red.
Oh, okay. Well, that was like my.
But Pidgey's in all of them.
That was my fly character.
Oh, I see.
So it's just
I see.
He was with me from the beginning.
Yeah.
You know,
special place. Okay.
Yeah, but I won't fight for that.
Pidgeotto?
Nope.
No. Pidgeot?
Nah.
Okay.
Still cool.
Rattata?
Is
that how you say?
Rattata.
Ratatouille?
Yeah. Ratatouille. No. Raticate.
I like Raticate more than
really interesting
previous one.
Yeah.
Although the color is a little bit more bland.
Yeah, I think they come out with like special edition ones, like Aloha ones or something like that. But
Sparrow, no,
Spear and Fear. So that was interesting because I didn't even know that those existed.
Like related?
Well, no, related. But what I'm saying is like when you could still capture one around the same area that you would catch a Pidgey early on.
Yeah,
but they were just much rarer. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Yeah, I always remember them being on.
I just didn't get them until late.
Eek.
Yeah.
Ekans.
Ekans. Arbok.
Yeah. Arbok's kind of cool, but I wouldn't put it on. All right, how about Pikachu?
Pikachu has to be on the list.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you see Pokemon. Yeah. Like I mean.
But it took us 24 Pokemon to get to Pikachu. That's interesting.
Yeah.
For being the face, it's a little late in the game. Now, how do you feel about Raichu, though?
I don't like Raichu.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It always felt so weird. Like, Pikachu is such a... And I mean, that kind of exacerbates the whole thing whenever he
I was always interested in why, like, Ash, never wanted Pikachu to evolve. He, like, stunts its growth.
Yeah. It's just too... And he doesn't evolve in yellow. He just refuses.
Really?
You try to. You're like, hey, here's this thunderstorm. Fix some. No, he's just like, nah, I'm not doing it.
Yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, no Raichu.
Pikachu was cool. I remember spending hours in the first forest before the rock gym just to catch a Pikachu because there's a lower chance of spawning.
Yeah.
Finally got it, and I thought like, oh great, he's gonna just follow me around. Nope, only in Pokemon Yellow.
Oh,
and that was it.
No.
So I was kind of bummed. But.
I will. I was gonna say, did you have the guidebooks? Do you ever have the guidebooks?
Oh yeah, with like the little stickers.
Yep.
You like pick the sticker up and put it when you cut it.
Fuck yes, dude! I had all the guidebooks. Those were the best.
I still have.
I still have my Emerald
original one. Yeah,
like still have my Emerald one. Yep. Sandshrew.
So no and F that guy.
Really?
I love him.
I love him.
But fighting him when he throws the sand attack and you just can never land a hit.
But that's why I would put him on my team. He was one of my favorite. Like as a kid.
Cool.
As a kid, I also remember having this card, and in the game, I loved him as a kid. Like how he looked. I thought he was so cute and stuff. So
if I remember correctly,
a soft spot in my heart
was
as well.
The blue. And I apologize for saying he for all of these, but this was before I guess gender for.
For the Pokemon?
The Pokemon, yeah. I got called them all he.
Yeah.
But it was, I think, special to blue where Ekans was red, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
I think that was
I didn't
kind
know
of
that. I didn't know
two,
that.
yeah.
So Sandslash.
Looks cool.
Yeah, he is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I always like Sandshrew better though. I don't know why. It's just like little cute guy.
He's a little cuter. Yeah.
But Sandslash is cooler. Nidoran. Now this is female.
Right after I got done saying that, it's the female-male ones.
I'm not particularly invested in any of these.
No, I think this is the first one that you actually have to trade. You
Nidorina.
have to trade them to evolve them, which I thought was kind of neat. But
Nidoqueen's cool, but
I didn't like any of their sprites either.
Yeah, right.
For like whenever you think of Nidoqueen, Nidoking, like they were fine.
So Nidoran and then Nidorino,
yeah,
Nidoking. Nidoking's kind of cool, but it didn't do it for me.
Yep.
Clefairy.
Yeah. It's all right. It's a fairy Pokemon.
Yeah.
Clefable. Like that's when you had to deal. Like you learned how to deal with sleep and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it was okay.
Nothing. Yeah,
sure.
Vulpix.
Now you're getting into. So Vulpix was the one where it's like, okay, I didn't pick up Charmander. Vulpix was essentially
Vulpix.
like.
See, I never had that
my fire
theoretical problem because I would pick Charmander.
Yeah, and I think that was the first one that you needed a Firestone, right? If I remember correctly.
I believe so. Yeah, I think you're right to evolve into nine.
I think I would have enjoyed Vulpix more had I realized that I should have waited to evolve it because I got the Vulpix. And I'm like, I'm gonna buy a Firestone, immediately evolve it, just check that off my list.
Yeah, right.
And I just never utilized them.
Sure. Vulpix is adorable though. So Ninetales, no.
Super cool, but I never used them.
Yeah.
So,
how about Jigglypuff? I kind of like Jigglypuff.
Now I would, but so Jigglypuff is weird because like I feel like Clefairy and Jigglypuff are like the same thing. Like it's almost like they got
Jigglypuff's
lazy
just
creating
the
them.
way better version.
Why way better?
It's just a ball and so cute. And I just remember in like the movies and stuff, Jigglypuff would always sing. So Jigglypuffs would always just pull a microphone out of nowhere.
Yeah, I
thought it was hilarious.
They did the sing. Yeah, that's fair.
You know?
Yeah,
it is like. I forget what they would say.
I mean, do you
they would
think
just
it's
say Jigglypuff.
top 5
No,
worthy,
probably not, but it is a good shout out.
All right.
And the evolution, Wigglytuff.
Wigglytuff.
That's just so
was
funny.
was that a Moonstone? Was both of those Moonstones to get them?
I can't remember. I think I like Jigglypuff more than Wigglytuff.
I agree.
Because Wigglytuff's just like an egg. Like it just got less cute. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
Love the name though.
Sure.
Jigglypuff to Wigglytuff.
Yep.
It's amazing. Zubat, fuck these things.
Yep. Confusion, terrible.
Yeah, Confusion, terrible. The caves, like I hated being in caves.
I think Golbat is probably one of the worst looking Pokemon.
Yeah, I hate these two. Like, fuck them. Oddish?
I don't think I could get an Oddish in blue, if I remember
Really?
correct. I think.
Why would that be? Well, I'm curious why there's like restrictions.
Well, that's the whole point.
Am I wrong where the Oddish was like maybe a different colored as well? Is that true?
Not
way
back in the day.
Way back in the day?
Well, you got to think Pokemon was all one color.
So. You're old.
Yeah, I know.
Gloom. I don't really like Gloom very much.
I know before people write in, I understand it's not one color, but it was like one theme. So it was on the Game Boy Color, but it was still...
Sure.
Yeah.
Gloom? Anything?
No, I don't typically fall for the...
Is it Vileplume?
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 That's how I said it.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I kind of like this guy. Girl?
Yeah. It's okay.
But you know,
Vileplume.
I like the solar. I think they can learn the solar flare, right?
You're probably right, and I believe Vileplume was the Leaf Stone on that one.
Leaf Stone? I actually don't know about that.
Again, this is going back. When did this, 25 years ago? I don't know.
Yikes.
I think, if I remember correctly, that these were on Red, where Blue had the the Weeping Bells and the Bell Sprouts and stuff like that.
So I like Vileplume.
Enough to put it on the top 5? Yeah.
But
that's fine.
Just a little shout out. Yeah. Paris, ugly, is terrible.
Yep.
Parasect. Nah.
Yep.
Venonat.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a poor man's Butterfree, right?
Yeah,
like,
right?
It's just like it's like a two-step thing. Like the moth one's okay, but I don't
Venomoth. I don't
moths.
like the moth. Nah.
Yeah.
How about Diglett?
Diglett's pretty good.
You like Diglett?
I like Diglett. I think he's a little bit iconic. You get the dig, which is makes sense.
I would not fight for it, but I do respect Diglett.
I like it. I like the funny people 3D print the Doug Trio. So you have like the 3 Doug Trios. And
do you like the Doug Trio better than the Diglett?
I do, but only because of the memes. So somebody 3D printed a Doug Trio, and he's in a flower pot.
Yeah.
And when you pick it up, it's 3 Doug Trios, and they're all hugging each other, and they're all in like thongs, and they're just like these muscular dudes underneath. I'll have to send it to you. It's hilarious, but nah, I'm not gonna fight for it. It's fine.
Meowth, pretty good.
If you're into the TV show,
TV show movies, he's great.
Yeah, and he can talk.
He's got a New York accent, which is fantastic. Dude, you ever see the movies?
I saw the first one, I believe. Yeah,
is it the first one where it's like his backstory's tragic? Like he got like made fun of or some shit, and like taught himself how to talk or something.
Yeah, I mean,
I forget the details, but I think that's essentially the story.
Sure, it sounds.
And he's like,
cartoony.
I'm gonna join Team Rocket. Fuck these guys.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take over the world. I was like, damn, dude. Meowth's got some
things to work out. Yeah.
What about
is Meowth something you want?
Oh yeah.
I know that was exclusive to Blue.
And you played Blue?
I played Blue, I played all the Blue.
Did you have a Meowth?
How do you? Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not on my main.
I don't think Meowth was good.
No, Meowth was one of those things like I just got it.
Just to get it. Sure.
I'm trying to think because there was a specific way to evolve him, I believe.
Yeah, and I don't remember how to do it.
No.
I think you had to throw money at him or something.
Well, that's later on. Yeah. And it's he was either like a specific like stone or something you had to trade it.
Yeah.
Or it was something where he was just like super
maybe
high level.
Someone had to do it for you. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's. I could be totally wrong, but that's kind of
somebody's screaming at their.
I don't know.
Their phone or.
Do you want to do? What do you think? Maybe we put it in the maybe category.
Come
back to it.
Put it in the maybe category.
Okay.
I assume that if you're into the TV shows, that would be something.
Yeah, it does. That's the only reason I'm even considering it. Yeah. I mean, even the picture they have is from the TV show.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Sure.
Giant Bomb is on the same page when it comes to that.
All right, we'll put him in there. It auto-corrected to Meowthing. So
all right, interesting.
Yeah, that's fine.
So Persian's the next one.
Yeah, I wouldn't do Persian.
Yeah, I mean, although shout out to the Team Rocket boss with his Persian. Psyduck. Okay. Yeah, usually people are one of two ways. They either love him or hate him.
Yeah, Psyduck's interesting. He was the first Pokemon figure I ever owned.
Really?
It's so weird.
I think my first one was Sandshrew, so that's why I kind of have a special. I forgot about like the little.
It came in like a plastic like, and he was like dense. Like he was like heavy. No, the Psyduck. He was
mine
like
was too. Like his tail, my Sandshrew's tail was very pointy.
Yeah. My cousin's girlfriend at the time, was just like, all right, I'm coming to this birthday party. It's the first time she met the family. Where she's like, what do I get him? Like, does he like Pokemon? He's like, yeah, he's 10. Of course he likes Pokemon or whatever it is. Yeah.
So Psyduck was the first one. That's
it was pretty cool.
Any love there? Any nostalgia? No, damn, poor Psyduck.
Yeah,
Golduck?
Even less.
Yeah, exactly. I think Psyduck's better. Mankey?
I love Mankey.
You love Mankey.
So I couldn't get Mankey in Blue, and that was the first episode. And I don't remember a thing about the episode, but I remember that was the first episode of Pokemon I ever watched.
Yeah,
and I was like, Mankey is badass. Not Primate.
Interesting.
Mankey.
Yeah.
If you have no love of Mankey, I'm not going to fight for it. But yeah,
I really don't. I actually don't.
That's fine.
There's other fighters I like a lot more.
I want to put a special shout out to Mankey. I like him a lot.
Fair, but not Primate.
No.
Okay, just Mankey. Very good. Growlithe.
Growlithe's pretty cool.
Growlithe's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
I like Growlithe a lot.
Specifically,
Do
Growlithe,
you like him better than
Arcanine? No.
Yeah.
I like. Or I'm sorry. Yes, I like Growlithe more. Yeah.
Interesting. I'm not sure which I want. It's tough sometimes, because the other one's stronger.
Yeah, but Growlithe's just cute.
Growlithe's great. He's very cool.
Little guy.
Look at this smirk.
I know.
He's so confident. He's a Chad, dude. Maybe? Should we put him in a maybe?
I'm just gonna put him on a list because we do need characters on the list. So
well, there's some that are just locked in though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay. Poliwag?
No.
Poliwhirl?
Even less.
Poliwrath.
I would say even less.
Really? I like these guys. I like these guys.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Okay.
I maybe not list much, but
if you're gonna fight for them, I would like to reopen the Squirtle conversation.
No, exactly. I won't. But I like the fists. I like the kind of swirly pattern. I don't know. They were always really striking to me. I like them, especially the Poliwrath where he's like, something happened, dude, between that evolution where he's like, I'm gonna fuck you up now.
But I feel like that was almost like lazy, like the Poliwhirl to Poly. What is it? Poliwhirl to Poly,
Wrath,
or I'm sorry, Wag to Whirl.
Yeah,
that's like, oh, okay, I can see that evolution piece.
But now it's just
Wrath
like,
is just like
some trauma.
Yeah, he's just like angry.
Yeah,
it's like the same.
He gets
thing.
bigger though. He gets bigger.
Yeah, a little buffer.
He just hits the gym.
Sure.
All right, just a special mention. I always like the design.
Yeah.
Abra.
I kind of think Abra should be mentioned on the list.
Abra's cool. Is that your favorite out of all of them?
Yes, because think about how tough that was. Because he just teleported away.
Yeah, right.
So that was always the thing. Like, you spent so much time to snag him.
Sure. Yeah, he was cool, and I like his design the most because I'm not a fan of the mustache.
Yeah, and I know Alakazam is like, I think
super
he's
powerful.
like endgame, right?
Yeah,
like I think a lot of people had him in their endgame party.
He's so strong, yeah.
I like Abra a lot.
Yeah, I like Abra too. So Abra, Kadabra.
And I know our criteria is just like our feelings on stuff.
What else?
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But
design is a huge part. And, I don't know. You kind of find the weird criteria to judge on.
Yeah, that's fair.
28 days in the month. But
so nutty.
It's so nutty. Yeah,
I don't know.
No, he's cool. I would put him as maybe. I'm not married to it, but out of the three, I would agree.
I just want him in the conversation.
And the spoons were kind of weird. Or what were they, maracas?
No, spoons. It's like the whole psychic thing from like, bend the spoons with your mind.
Sure.
Yeah.
Machamp.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
This is one where I would actually go with probably Machamp.
So
like
Machamp, Machoke, and Machamp. I think I would go with Machamp too. And let's put him as a maybe because there's other. So fighting is my favorite type in Pokemon.
Okay.
Because I just think it's cool as fuck, and he's cool, dude. 4 arms. I love how he gets the belt. Like technically, Machoke gets the belt. But he's just a fucking belt. Like where did that come from? He evolves a belt. Like,
yeah, it's
like
weird,
nature was like, you are the champ.
It's like Yoshi getting shoes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like where did these come from?
It's like nature was like, you are champion. Let me grow a belt on you. It's so good because Machamp doesn't have a belt, and then he just fucking gets one.
I love the look of the original.
The 4
Pokemon.
arms, man. Yeah. He's so jacked.
But that's a perfect example where it's like, okay, you go from Poliwhirl to Poliwrath.
Yes,
he just gets a little bit more jacked and angry. This guy at least is like,
I grew 2 arms.
Yeah.
Yep. Totally agree.
We'll
Whoa! I never even noticed this. Look at this. He loses toes.
He loses toes. Oh wow!
Isn't that crazy? I never noticed this. So everyone, look up Machoke.
I would be willing to bet. Looking at those,
yeah.
I would be willing to bet that you're looking at different generations,
yeah,
and I think one is more simplified.
Sure,
than the other.
Hey, that's on Giant Bomb, not me.
Yeah,
but that's hilarious. That if that is really how it works. Okay, so we put the Machamp, the champ, on maybe.
Yep,
love that guy. Bellsprout.
I don't.
Shout out! It is number 69.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
That's a good argument for it, but I typically do not.
See, like he's got the face for it.
Bellsprout does have the face.
He's got the face for the number
69,
spot.
Yeah. That's another T-shirt. We got to write that down.
That's a good one. Yeah.
So I think these are
Weeping Bell and
about uglier.
Victreebel.
I would actually say these are uglier than the Zubat Golbat.
I think Victreebel is kind of cool. He's like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, but I'm
kind of like
down.
a Venus flytrap-ish.
Yeah, but
vibe,
it's like my mouth is on my head. It's so weird.
Well, that's the thing. Is like it goes from.
It's a weird evolution. Like, how do you get from a mouth at the bottom to a mouth that's now at the top? You see that?
Yeah, they're just going upside down.
Like, what? Know. Because here's the stem. Right, so the mouth closes up.
Yeah, and this is right after I got done saying how well these guys are designed. There's like wait a minute, what?
And he gets teeth.
It's like they were just drawing it and then they forgot.
He's an eggplant with leaves and a mouth, teeth.
Somebody moved the cleaning lady came in and moved the pad around on the artist, and they came in the next day. I was like, wait, what? And, I guess this is fine. Yeah. I have the deadline to hit.
Picture bill,
yeah.
All right, whatever. We'll move on.
Sure.
I think he looks kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
Tentacool. Nah, me neither. I was so annoyed. They're so common when you're on the sea. And every trainer who has them on the sea, so I see so many of them. So when you see someone like so much, I'm always like, ugh, not another one of these guys. Yeah. So kind of goes down. Tentacruel.
Poor Pidgey. Yeah.
That's why I'm not big on Pidgey. It's like, dude, these guys are everywhere.
Sure.
I don't know.
No, I get it.
Tentacruel is a no for me. Geodude, kind of classic.
Geodude it's essentially the same thing as it's like a poor man's Machamp,
or Machamp or whatever.
Yeah, because like you have it where it's like I think you need to trade for both. Of those, so they evolve into the main one, and I think they both get 4 arms and stuff, and it just.
Well, he doesn't get 4 arms
at the end, doesn't he?
No, he actually gets 4 arms.
He just
in the middle.
Yeah, that's right.
And then he loses them.
Yep.
So Graveler's kind of interesting, but then you get the Golem, and I actually do have a soft spot for Golem. Because I remember having the card, and he was a really good card. Like he had Explosion or something.
Golem looks cool.
He does.
I wish that, like the way he looks at the end is better related to his initial evolutions.
Yeah, Graveler's a weird kind of. You get away from it a little bit.
Like
you know
I think what would have been cool here is if the
just went straight to Golem.
Well, like either that or like his head or something was like a diamond, like it was like a diamond breaking out of a geode. I think would be kind of cool.
It'd be cool if he had like fire too, like
something.
lava.
Yeah, just anything.
Like a lava back, like a volcano on his back.
And that all being said, I'm sure they went in and put like 12 other evolutions between everything, right?
Yeah, right. But, so probably no from Golem, but I do want to mention that. I had the card was really cool.
Yeah.
It like did 100 damage. Holy shit.
This was one where the sprite definitely got better with the newer generations. The OG sprites, not super great.
Okay.
Ponyta? Yeah. Ponyta, Rapidash.
Yeah, I'm not huge. Ponyta's kind of cool looking.
They're
Rapidash,
cool, but like I would absolutely go with the Growlithe Arcane.
Same.
So,
combo. No.
Yeah.
Slowpoke.
Slowpoke's all right.
Slowbro
is better than Slowpoke.
I like Slowbro.
Is pretty good.
Look at this fucking idiot.
Yeah, well, it's what is it? What's attached to his tail? Like
is that a
cloister.
Pokemon?
Yeah, I think it's a cloister. If I remember correctly.
Are you sure? I thought it was just a part of him.
Yeah, no, it's.
I don't think that's its own Pokemon.
It's not, but
it has a name
in the
the lore.
It would bug me.
Yeah,
I think if you read the Pokédex, it talks.
Yeah,
about it.
Well, obviously, there's a thing attached to his tail.
Sure.
That's so funny. It's just like chopping on his
tail. Is Slowbro
tail.
something you want to put on the list to talk?
I would put him as a maybe. He's so funny. His name's hilarious, dude.
Poor Slowbro. All right, well,
Slowbro,
somebody
dude, that's the best name.
So mad.
Fuck them, man. Slowbro's the best name, bro. I love it.
Dude, I should...
This is a Pokemon that really embodies me.
Machamp got autocorrected to Machismo.
All right. Magnemite.
It's all right.
Yeah, there's Magnetron.
Yeah, I know that you're kind of at a loss for electric Pokemon, generally speaking. Like there's a few of them, but
I just think they're like magnets. So it's like I was never enamored by them. I don't know. They're powerful. Like Magnetron's very powerful. You get thunder,
right?
Super strong, but it's not like, oh man, I got a Magnetron. You know, I never felt that way at least.
Sure.
So Farfetch'd.
I liked Farfetch because it didn't have an evolution. Now it does. I'm fairly sure. Yeah. But originally it was just like, here's Farfetch. I don't know.
Yeah.
No evolution.
Kind of interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put him on, but he's cool.
No, he's cool. Special shout out to Farfetch.
Duo.
Yeah. It's all right. It's a little bird.
Dodrio.
Also kind of cool. Think about it. You evolve another head.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, dude, think about
the Doug Trio did the same thing.
Yeah,
you get two.
You evolved 2 people.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's kind of.
I actually like the first one better because it's like a lot cuter, and then his eyes, like he actually gets eyes. It's like a weird evolution there where the eyes change, but I wouldn't put either of them on there.
Nah, I wouldn't.
Seal.
I always forget about Seal. Seal's fine.
Is Dugong Seal's evolution?
Yeah.
It's just a seal again.
Yeah.
This looks like two seals.
Yeah. It's an off day.
Except,
it
is a super
Jeff
off
at
day.
the office. Yeah.
Seal has a bulldog face, and then Dugong is just a seal with teeth.
Sure. Yeah.
That's really weird. Whatever.
I hope this isn't coming. I apologize if the feedback's coming through. I don't think it is.
I don't think it,
I don't think it is if people hear it.
Grimer?
I don't it reminds me, Grimer reminds me of the
like
the
BP
chocolate
oil
dude
spill.
I was going to say a chocolate guy
okay.
from Candy, what was it? What was the Candy game?
Candy Crush?
No. Candyland.
Candyland,
Yeah, it's like the chocolate guy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So Muck, no.
Nah, just, ugh.
Shelder?
No.
Yeah, I don't like Shelder. The tongue is weird.
Yep.
Cloyster.
That's what I was saying.
I don't know. It's not a cloister.
I know it's not.
Yeah.
I just think that a cloister is what in the Pokédex.
Like a closed cloister?
I think it's what it says.
I
But the eyes are on its outside of the shell.
Yeah, whatever.
It's stupid. Yeah. So cloisters are interesting. Whenever I was doing the missing no cheat to multiply all my stuff,
of course,
cloister was like the one on my cartridge that would constantly be coming up. So I would have a million level 99 cloisters. So special shout out to Cloister. I don't particularly.
He's kind of cool. I like his cheeky little grin and everything.
It's like there's a gas like you can quickly tell, right? Like so somebody made a Cloister and was like, these eyes are okay. Ghastly, and then they're just like, let's take out the shell and just put a little smoke around it. It's fine.
Okay, so no to Cloister. Yeah. Ghastly's fine.
Ghastly's pretty cool. I am constantly. I don't want Ghastly.
Sure.
Whenever I was playing this, my parents made it very clear that ghosts and spirits and stuff were just very sinful and scary, and so I was never drawn to that.
Sure.
The one I am constantly surprised at how much people love Gengar.
Yeah, so you have Haunter and then Gengar.
So not to skip ahead, but
so this is interesting. This is an evolution that doesn't really make sense to me either.
Did they materialize?
Yeah, it's like Ghastly's a ethereal kind of thing, and then Haunter's like it's a floating thing, and then you get a Gengar. It just looks like a shithead running around to steal your present or something.
It's like almost like
he's cool. I kind of like it. He looks mischievous, but it's this evolution that really is bizarre to me.
He's neat. I
wouldn't put him on the list. Yeah.
I know. I am sure out of all of these, someone's pissed.
I think he's cool, but his evolution is really weird. I like his red eyes. Like
I would take a Ghastly over.
I would.
Gengar.
I would.
Gengar
not
is
say
one
that.
where you would actually need to trade to get Gengar.
I would not say I'd take a Ghastly over that. I'm not big on Ghastly. Haunter's kind of cool.
The reason why I like Ghastly, and I know this is getting super nerdy, is when you look at the pixel art for Ghastly and the old ones.
Sure.
Holy cow! Is like every time, like to get the smoke look and feel for it.
I see. It was
tough.
pretty.
It was pretty neat. Yeah,
interesting. All right, Onyx.
Onyx is super cool. Whenever you actually saw an Onyx in the wild, it was like, oh, that's like,
a big deal.
He's huge. It was like that was like the end one that like if you didn't have something that could actually beat Rock in the first gym, Onyx just destroyed you. So you actually got some fear of him.
Yeah,
in the beginning.
Real tough.
No evolution, so he was just.
I put him on there. So Steelix was later on then.
Yes, he was not in the original.
I love Steelix, but he's not in the original. So.
And I guess Onyx probably isn't the original form too. There's probably a younger version of Onyx somewhere.
No,
you don't think
he's Onyx?
Just Onyx?
Yeah, nothing evolves into him. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just assumed by now with 1,000 Pokemon.
Oh, by now? Yeah, you're right. I have no idea. Back then, it was just Onyx.
Yeah, it was just Onyx. Yep.
Drowsy.
I'm not. You have Abra.
Weird, yeah.
Like it's like kind of like a
same color scheme.
Fat Abra.
Yeah, fat elephant trunk.
Yeah,
I'm not big on him.
Same with Hypno. I always forget Hypno exists. I always think Drowsy is a non-evolution one. And Hypno just
speaking of the poor man's, it feels like a poor man, like Abra.
Yeah, it's like
Abra, right? Or Alakazam or whatever.
Yeah,
Krabby is like
it's like all the water Pokemon, all the
I'm not loving it.
No,
Kingler's like
same thing.
Yeah. Voltorb. Fuck this guy.
Again, this guy is just like
he's a mimic.
Yeah,
fuck that.
Yep.
And all the Team Rocket people had him. Fuck that guy. A piece of shit. Electrode.
Same thing. It's just invert.
Look at that smirk. He knows he's an asshole. Yeah. He knows he's a bitch. Execute.
Yeah, Executor. I think this was a red.
This derp, dude. Executor's hilarious.
Yeah.
Look at that face. He's such a derp.
I like it. I just, I don't know. Like, he's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
I don't.
Definitely agree.
There are cooler things out there.
Yeah, not married, dude. I shout out to the derp. Derpiness. Like all three. How do you get all three of your heads to be a derp?
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
Cubone is like...
Cubone, I think, should be in the conversation.
Really? Because I like the evolution better.
Marowak's fine.
Marowak's cool, dude.
Cubone is heartbreaking.
Oh,
It's like wearing your mother's skull as a helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That translates to Marowak.
Yeah, I like the.
But he's
I like the cuteness of it. So Marowak is like the teen. Anytime that you get like that next evolution, and I honestly consider Marowak as like a teenage version of it.
Sure,
because I'm pretty sure there's a third evolution. I'm sure
by now, yeah.
But Cubone is the perfect type of like sad, cute, like just down, like it's just. Circumstance.
Okay, well, I'll put it as a maybe. I'm not married to it.
The Pikachu and Eevee versions, which honestly I would play those if it wasn't the stupid Pokemon Go fighting
aspect.
Like stuff.
I would play just a 3D
that movie that cutscene where the Cubone's like talking to its like spirit mother and stuff. I was like, Jesus, I like Cubone a lot.
I like Marowak because he's just more like competent.
Yeah,
because I always thought Cubone was like clumsy and stuff. Isn't that like a part of his character? Maybe it was like a specific one.
You're going off of the show.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, Hitmonlee.
Oh, these are tough.
I love Hitmonlee, but not my favorite
really cool.
fighter. I respect the kicks though, dude. The guy just kicks, just kickboxer.
So it's interesting. I like Hitmonlee more as a Pokemon.
Okay.
And I know that that's like a Bruce Lee thing. And then you had Hitmonchan, which is Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
I like Jackie Chan more than Bruce Lee, which means that I picked Hitmonchan.
Okay.
I don't know if that's even accurate on why they were, probably not, but that's why I picked Hitmonchan.
So I am with you where I like Hitmonchan better because he's a puncher and he's like Muhammad Ali, dude, like in his style, and I love that. But like I said, fighting's my favorite, so I love all these guys. I think they're super cool. His like high jump kick, super awesome.
If you want to put...
No, I don't, because I would rather put Hitmonchan on there. But does Hitmonchan beat Machamp, dude? Oof, I don't know. You know what I mean?
No.
Like he doesn't. So just a shout out to those two. I think it's good because they're not going to beat Machamp.
It's true.
Lickitung?
Lickitung is a wasted... That deserves Bellsprout's spot on the Pokédex. I'm just saying that if the fact that Lickitung is not number 69, like clearly they don't know what they're doing whenever they're numbering out Pokemon.
Well, Bellsprout's pretty good. 69,
good.
Yeah, but
not Lickitung. Lickitung has some weird thing where it's like his tongue's like paralyzing or poison.
Yeah, it's acid. Or something.
No, thank you. I'm good. It's a weird.
He's a weird dude, and he's like one of those one-off.
Yeah.
All right, coughing.
These are like Mucks and Grimers. I don't.
I'm just not. I was never a fan of those ones. Nope. Yeah. Rhyhorn.
Rhyhorn's neat. Rhydon's like scary. Like whenever he was like one of like the last Pokemon that you fight for the gyms.
Yeah, right? He's a tough one, but I never like loved him or anything. No. I don't know why.
Sure.
He seems very Nidoking to me esque.
Yeah, I think he's
just kind of big, tough.
He's kind of more badass, like the bad boy of the Nidoking.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, Nidokings are kind of fearsome, dude. But
they are, but this is like a scrappy version. It's like a slimmed down, like just cut version of Nidoking. Nidoking got fat.
It's got like an armor plate.
Yeah.
Chansey?
I like Chansey.
I do too.
Chansey's kind of nuts because
it's like, adorable, dude.
Oh, hey, you want 1,500 HP? Oh, you whittled me down?
Yeah,
Guess what? I got it all back.
Was it Chansey in the show too? Chansey was like the nurse's like helper.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
there's Chansey and I think Pokemon Yellow was the first one that put nurse. Whatever her name is. Yeah.
And the egg is cute.
Yeah. I'll put Chansey on the list.
Yeah, I like the maybe,
talk it
dude.
Through. We got a
adorable.
weird... I will say we have a weird list right now.
Chansey's adorable, man.
This will be interesting. Yeah.
Tangela? No way.
Nah.
Well, here's an interesting Kangaskhan.
I like him.
Me too.
I'm kind of a fan of her. I would do a Kangaskhan on there if you...
I love the kangaroo pouch with the little buddy. Yeah, I'm totally down.
Looks
for that.
badass. It's a non-evolution one.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like that too.
Yeah.
All right, Horsey.
I like Horsey as if you're talking like between like the little tadpole guy and everything. Like Horsey is, I like him.
Yeah, Horsey's okay. I wouldn't put it on.
I wouldn't put him on either, but I just
Cedrus like it's just like I guess you like Horsey better. Cedrus just gets more badass. I like that. I like that.
I go cute. So
you get another. So look at this. The tail. You get like another wrap.
I know. Yeah, I know. This is dumb.
Yeah.
But the way that I view this, and this is just young Tyler talking, where when I'm looking at Cubo and I'm looking at Horsey,
it's very
or whatever,
similar. Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, look how cute and lovely and everything.
It loses the innocence.
We take it and we just fight.
Yeah.
And we just put them in fighting rings until they get so broken and angry and just like, I feel so bad because you lose the essence, you lose the cuteness, and it's just like this grown, like, instead of getting like maybe like a fluffier tail or maybe you get like a little like wings or something.
Sure.
No, you get like barbs and spikes and just like
that's what happens when you fucking fight them, dude.
No,
that's an interesting perspective. Yeah. Interesting perspective.
It's the same with Marowak. It's just like Cubo's so cute with his skull and everything. Sure. Like Marowak's just like, no, I'm fight.
Beat
like,
you with this now.
Just like I am a tortured soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's a fair point. Goldeen?
I never liked Goldeen or Seeking.
Seeking? Me too. It's their fish.
I always said it Seeking, but I guess it's Sea King.
Sea King, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's all I said.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, they're just fish, whatever.
Yeah.
I like Goldeen better, I think. Personally.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever.
I care so little. I don't like take
Staryu and Starmie.
So
Starmie
U, I believe, is the card that I had the most of, which is weird.
Okay.
I don't like them, but I have them.
I thought they were interesting. I respected the unique nature of them.
They look cool.
They do look cool, and they like kind of fling themselves at you, which is like crazy.
Was this Misty's like high end? Like champ.
Misty had a Staryu in the show, I guess.
Yeah.
Or did she?
I thought she had like a.
She had a Staryu.
I thought she had like a Star.
She had a Togepi that she carried around.
Yeah,
but Brock's was a Vulpix.
I think with blue and red though, you didn't get that deep. I think yellow started pulling that stuff.
Misty had one of these two.
I think Misty had a Starmie.
Was she a gym leader?
Yeah.
Okay.
Second gym.
Sure. Cool. Was Brock a gym leader?
Yeah, first gym.
Oh,
he was the rock gym.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Mr. Mime, I hate this.
He is terrifying.
Yeah.
I
can't stand it. Ugh.
Yeah.
Next, Scyther.
Scyther is the cooler version of Beedrill.
Yeah.
Scyther's sick looking.
Dude, but remember his metal form? I mean, this is not in Gen 1, but he gets like a metal form later on.
Yeah.
Which is even cooler because he's just Iron Man.
So not only do I not know that, but I couldn't get Scyther in my game.
Why not?
Because I had blue. Scyther was a red
blue
Pokemon.
Sounds like the worst.
So I had, we're coming up on it, but it's like the little Beal guy. I can't think of his name. We'll get to it. Keep going. Yeah, he's coming up next.
Scyther on there.
Yeah. Let me put Scyther on. Scyther's pretty cool.
Scyther's very cool. Okay, next up is Jinx. I am like, nah.
Nope, super racist. Don't like that.
Yeah, I'm like, nah for that. Electabuzz. It's just like Pikachu's better in every way.
Yeah, Electabuzz and is Electro or Electa? Electabuzz and Magmar are...
Magmar. Is that the No.
No. So those were both... one was blue, one was red. I forget which was which.
Man, there's a lot of restrictions in Gen 1.
That's the whole point, man. Like,
wow.
you had to have
all of them.
The nutty thing is, I remember it. That's the thing.
Well, because you were slighted.
Well, yeah. Looking at them, I think I'm slighted. In the new Brilliant Diamond and Pearlescent motherfucker, whatever the names of the games are, I found out that Diamond, which is the one I'm going to be getting, you can get Mewtwo. Or the other one you can't.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm happy.
I'm trying to think back. Was I capped in Sapphire on a lot of things? I didn't think so, but maybe I was. Or in Gold. I don't know. I have to take another look.
I don't know. Maybe. I just think there's so many, you probably don't care as much. Yeah, so this
Pinsir.
Pinsir.
Dude, you got boned.
I did.
You got boned. This guy sucks.
Compared to Scyther?
Yeah,
oh my God. Or
nothing.
honestly, compared to most of them,
this guy sucks.
Great. Yeah.
No. Tauros?
Yeah, so Tauros, I found out, so Tauros is apparently endgame. Tauros is a badass.
Really?
Yeah. I found out that
I did not know that.
Super late. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently,
maybe their
Tauros
stats
is
are very
incredible.
good.
Yeah.
Strange. I'm not.
That's a very min-max thing. I had no love of Tauros, and I think his sprite's pretty bad in the originals.
Ouch. Harsh.
Yeah.
Magikarp.
Magikarp kind of deserves to be on this list.
So useless though, man.
No.
So fucking bad.
He's
a meme. He's a meme.
I know, but to have Magikarp to go through what it goes through and then to have this badass dragon at the end.
Yep. All right, we'll put in the maybe. We'll put in the maybe. I got to think about that.
That's fine.
Splash is the best ability in the game. It's true.
Oh my god.
I always thought that like someone used to tell me when I was little, like if you splash 100 times, it like insta kills their whole team or something.
Yeah, it's stupid.
You know,
it eventually just hurts you because you run out of moves and you hurt yourself and the other team.
So it's like, I believe that though. Yeah. You always believe that weird shit. Yep. It's like, dude, if you do this,
it's so dumb.
Gyarados
is sick.
He's sick.
Do we put? I mean,
can you have both on there?
You can. We'll probably end up killing one, but I think Gyarados should be.
Okay.
Gyarados is one of those like mystical, like, oh my god, you put the time in, like,
shit, because
I could be 100% wrong here, but I'm pretty sure you could not catch a Gyarados in blue.
I think you could.
I mean,
maybe not blue red, but definitely in the
later ones you can.
He's more common, so maybe that's a lot more rare.
I could be wrong, but I never encountered one in the wild. Yeah.
Lapras
is cool.
Lapras is very cool.
Lapras is
I had the card too. Isn't Lapras like ice? Or can learn ice.
Maybe later on.
Can learn because like Lapras can learn Ice Beam. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not in the original ones.
It can. I don't remember the original though. Lapras was my surf person.
Yeah.
Which
sure.
I'm trying to think because I don't remember if it was in Red and Blue. If you could actually be surf, it would make sense. But there was some weird stipulation where it's like, oh, now you can actually use Lapras to do surf. You can get on top of them and stuff. I think Pokemon like the Pikachu EV1 fixed it, if I'm not mistaken. It's so weird, man. I don't know. Those are old games.
Right. Yeah, I think Lapras is cool.
I'd put him on.
Yeah,
talk about it.
Maybe we can talk. We can talk it out.
Let's do it.
Okay. How about Ditto? Ditto was interesting.
Super interesting.
But
hear me out.
I'll never probably not put it on the list.
I don't like Ditto because it freaks me out.
Really?
And if I had to pick one, I would actually go with Porygon.
Really? I'm totally the opposite. I thought Porygon was so weird.
Yeah, but in like a cool tech you thing. And if you look at what you have to do with Ditto and you look at what you have to do with Porygon, and I know that Red and Blue were different on like the amount of money you had to save up in the casino to actually get them. And I think Blue boned where it's like 9,999 or whatever. Like it was just, it was stupid.
Oh my god.
I would pick Porygon over it. If you don't like Porygon, then I'm fine mixing both.
I'm not a huge fan of Porygon.
Yeah.
Eevee
has to go on the list, right?
Now, do you do Eevee or do you do one of the evolutions?
I think you do Eevee.
Yeah.
Personally.
Eevee's so iconic and amazing.
I mean, there's a reason why there's a separate version of the game.
Yeah, I'll call it
so
Eevee.
much so
Eevee.
Yeah.
What is that on? Is that just all Switch? This is making me want to play Pokemon.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is, talking through all this stuff, I'm like, I would love to play the original games.
Yeah.
With their graphics, because and you could like see the people, like the little Pokemon in the grass and go and fight them and stuff.
Yeah.
And they absolutely ruined it by doing the Pokemon Go stuff. Yeah.
So let's go Eevee and let's go Pikachu. It's like Pokemon Go.
It's 90% there, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
Until you get to the point where you're not actually fighting.
Wait, you're not fighting?
Well, you kind of are, but it's like you can't catch the Pokemon. So like you're not like you're fighting, but you're no, like the whole point is you use your Pokemon in the wild to train and fight Pokemon and do whatever to level up.
Right.
So you learn their moves and stuff.
Yeah.
But in this, it's just like you just throw Pokeballs. And that's it.
Like you
don't weaken them, you don't do anything. And it's just like, so there's still technically fighting. Like
so it's just like
combat.
a catching.
Yeah, but you miss like the whole catch them all.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I'm with you.
It felt different enough that I did not enjoy it.
Okay, what is your favorite evolution? So there's Vaporeon, Jolteon,
I'm pretty
Flareon.
sure.
Is it just 3 in the original?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did a Flareon.
Flareon's
I think I only did that because I needed...
Jolteon's cool too, though.
Actually, now that I think of it, I might have done a Jolteon because it was like I don't have any
if I have
electric.
Charmander,
Yeah.
I need like a...
Well, I always had
think
Blastoise.
Vaporeon's the worst. I think it's either Jolteon or Flareon.
I think
personally.
Vaporeon looks coolest. I think
Really?
Jolteon is
Think
the
so?
least
With the
inspired.
neck
I think that's the coolest looking character in the originals.
Out of all of them, really?
Well, yeah, if you look at it, Jolteon's just kind of like, oh, we're just going to make everything spiky.
Yeah.
That's fine. Flareon's like, oh, hey, remember Arcane?
Yeah, sure.
Just make it look the same.
Okay, that's
where
fair.
Vaporeon is like
the tail
yeah.
and the that is cool. I like that.
See how I just turned around your entire...
I respect it. I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. Porygon, I don't like Porygon.
I'm not going to fight for him. I think that was just a weird...
What did he do? What
I have no idea.
Yeah, okay.
If I recall correctly, I know there was like a mimic move. So I think one of the moves that Ditto could do, I think Porygon could do, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Ammonite?
Yeah, that was one of the
Ammonite?
fossils.
Yeah, I don't remember these guys actually at all.
Yeah, so
And Amistar?
Yeah, those guys, that's if you did the Helix fossil, I believe.
No idea. I have no opinion on these guys.
Yeah,
I
so
do not remember
you
them.
go to a dig site, this guy's like, hey, I found 2 fossils, pick one, and then your rival gets the other one.
Yeah.
I think if you do the Helix fossil, you get the Ammonite, Amistar.
Or the Kabuto?
Kabuto, yeah.
Kabutops
looks
Kabutops
pretty
is
sick.
the best out of all
Not
four of
as
those.
sick as Scyther.
No.
Like, I would probably go Scyther, Beedrill, Kabuto.
Oh, I see.
To Kabutops or whatever.
I think I'm with you. So we're going to say no to all 4 of them.
I'm fine saying no
They're
for those.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I kind of like the Kabuto, the little cute one, but he's like underneath.
Yeah, no, I would always pick
Interesting.
that's the dome fossil.
Yeah, he's definitely better.
Yep.
Aerodactyl.
He's pretty cool. That was the
Aerodactyl.
first holographic I ever got in my cards.
He's kind of fat.
Yeah. Also,
I never liked him.
A fossil.
I never liked him.
Yeah. He's all right.
Snorlax.
Snorlax needs to get on the list. I know. I'm already typing it.
I love this guy, man. He's so
yeah.
fat. And just look at his smile. This guy's the
Snorlax
best.
is the perfect. Like how many shows where the big dude walks up and like the hero punches him and the big guy just doesn't flinch.
Yeah.
That is Snorlax.
I love in the games. It's like there's a Snorlax blocking the path.
Yep.
I would forget which game. Is that the original?
Oh yeah, it's in the original. Yeah, get the
Love
little
it.
Pokeflute and everything.
All right, here we go.
Getting into
Articuno.
legendary birds. Yeah.
Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres.
Zapdos? Is it Zapdos or Zapdos?
Zapdos.
Okay.
I always remember calling it Zapdos.
Yeah, but we did that as kids all the time,
I'm an
right? Like
idiot.
you would just once you say it a couple times, that's stuck in
so
there.
Zapdos, excuse me,
Yeah,
and Moltres. I don't
Yeah.
remember it being called Moltres.
No.
Weird. Oh, which one's my favorite? I think Articuno is my favorite.
Articuno, if I'm not mistaken, was the toughest one to get, or the one that I had the most trouble getting.
Okay. Well, that's blue, right? It's like Articuno's kind of.
Yeah, but I don't think that had anything to do with.
But
sure.
Well,
the
kind of because in so I can only speak to gold and silver. So gold was Ho-Ho, silver was Lugia.
Yeah.
So was it the same for red and blue?
No, red and blue, all the same legendaries. Because you had these 3 legendary birds, and then you had.
That's so
Mewtwo.
weird. That's so bizarre.
They realized, oh wait, we can split.
We can milk this.
Yeah. Articuno had a
think?
whole puzzle and everything like that. I never really used them.
Okay, no opinion on the 3 legendary birds. I think Zapdos is like weird looking, and Moltres is cool, but
if I had to pick
like
one,
the Articuno.
I like Articuno a lot.
I would pick the Articuno.
I'll put him
out
on
of
the
3.
list.
Yeah, it's a
that's
maybe.
Fine. Yeah, we'll see.
You gotta respect the legendaries.
Sure.
Dratini,
sure.
Dragonair, and Dragonite.
Dragonite's
boss.
He's boss where it's like you can fly, but like look at how small his wings are in compared to him. He's a fat Charizard.
Sure.
I like him a lot.
I love him.
Yeah.
I think he's so cool.
Yeah.
And like the evolution's so weird too.
Yeah. It's like he doesn't deserve
right. It comes out of nowhere.
He should be blue.
He was blue.
Yeah.
What is this?
If he was blue, still the same model, but if he was just blue, I think it would have been better.
Totally. Yeah. I still think it's so sweet. I just remember as a kid, I was like, dude, Dragonite's the best.
And he was like the final dude you fight with Elite Four.
Yeah, talk about endgame, dude. Dragonite's like Elite Four has a Dragonite. You're like, shit.
Yeah, no, he was super cool, and I think this is before because Charizard, I do not believe was a dragon.
No,
I think this was the only dragon.
But this is before dragon was a type. No,
I don't think so. I think I could be
unless Gyarados was also a dragon.
I'm sorry. Yeah, and Gyarados.
Okay, so there's 2. Okay. Yeah, because Charizard is not a dragon. I do remember that. All right, Mewtwo and Mew are the last ones.
I think they both need to be in the conversation.
Yeah. I think I like Mewtwo better. I think he's just a badass, dude. Mewtwo's like sick.
Yes, I would give you that. The reason why I liked Mew was because you could get a Mew, you could do all the hidden machines on him.
Yeah.
And that was just your like tool.
Sure.
I don't know.
And the whole a little fucked up, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, this whole game is fucked up. But like when you look at the mythos of Mew and just all the stories we used to tell each other as kids on like how to get them and things like that.
Yeah, that contributes.
That adds to it, but
all right, read down what we got. Let's start eliminating.
What a list.
What
a list. We actually have a fairly large list.
So let's read it down, and anyone we feel strongly concrete or a lock, we can just put on.
I'll give a little check bar.
Okay.
So Charizard, lock.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Pikachu,
lock.
All right. Meowth.
Nah.
I don't care. All right. Growlithe. Or Growlithe. I don't know. I think Growlithe.
Growlithe. No, I don't think so.
Yeah. What about Abra? I like
Abra. Do you want to just come back? Just don't eliminate it yet? But not lock?
But I'm going to eliminate Growlithe and Meowth?
Yes.
All right. What about Machamp?
Circle back.
I
need to hear it. Dude, Machamp.
What about Slowbro?
I really want Slowbro to make it, but I don't think he's going to.
You gotta go down to 5.
Dude, what do you think? I would
not fight for Slowbro. I'm sorry.
Honorable mention Slowbro, man. I love that guy.
I think you will get the Slowbro spirit in our Snorlax.
Yeah, sure.
I will actually go ahead and just hit Snorlax on a lock here.
Really? You're willing to lock him? No, I would for sure.
Yeah, no, I
thought I was getting a little flack for that.
But when I'm looking at the list, I'm like, yeah, Snorlax is pretty good.
Snorlax is pretty fucking good. All right.
I would like to fight for Cubone, or at least we'll come back to it.
Circle back. Let's put a circle back.
Kangaskhan.
Kangaskhan. Oh.
I like Cubone more than Kangaskhan. I would be fine taking Kangaskhan off.
I love the kangaroo aspect. Yep. The little guy in the pouch. I love that. But yeah.
No. What about Chansey?
Ooh, Chansey's great too. Probably not.
All right.
So cute though. I love the egg.
I'm not gonna fight for a Chansey.
Yeah.
Scyther.
Circle back.
Not
a lock, but yeah. Can't eliminate Scyther yet.
Magikarp and Gyarados. I feel like we need to get rid of one of them. Magikarp for the memes is pretty interesting.
Yeah, get rid of Gyarados for sure, but I don't know if I'm not willing to lock Magikarp.
We don't have to lock them. Okay. We'll go back.
Okay.
What about Lapras? I have no super fun love of Lapras.
Neither. I respect it. Respect the hell out of it, but you can get rid of it.
Eevee probably needs to be a lock. Eevee was a
Eevee's got to be a lock.
Pretty big
is that
thing
4?
when you got him.
How many do we have?
Including Snorlax, which is next on the list. Yeah, we have 4. Yeah.
So we got one spot.
So we have Articuno, Dragonite, Mewtwo, and Mew.
Fuck.
And that's not including all the ones that we have.
Get rid of Articuno.
Yeah, Articuno's good. I never used them.
Yeah.
I think Dragonite probably needs to be on this list.
Like as a maybe or just a lock?
Well, this is the dumb thing where everyone that we're locking, we're still going to have to talk through them.
Sure.
It's on the short list. All these check marks, I'm gonna put a check mark next to it unless you don't think Dragonite deserves.
No, Dragonite's fantastic.
Yeah. And then I'm fine. So you said you would fight for Mewtwo over Mew.
I think Mewtwo's cooler than Mew, but if you feel strongly in the opposite direction, I could be swayed.
I will.
Because like with the movies and shit, Mewtwo is just like the most badass thing you've ever seen in your life.
I'm good taking Mew out, and the reason being is while I had them, and because of all like the stuff that we went through as kids,
you didn't do it the right way.
Didn't do it the right way.
You feel guilty,
and I feel bad because I took a Nidoran female.
Yeah.
And because you have to take a Pokemon and you basically just corrupt the code and morph it into Mew. So I took a Nidoran female and basically put a Mew mask on the Nidoran.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So, all right, we'll put Mewtwo on the short list.
Dude.
All right. So that all being said, we have Charizard, Pikachu, Eevee, Snorlax, Dragonite, Mewtwo on the short list.
Yeah. We
still have Abra, Machamp. You don't like Abra.
I don't. It's not that I don't like Abra. I would definitely get Abra off.
I would fight for Cubone over Abra.
Yeah, me too.
All right, we'll take Abra off. We have Machamp, Cubone, Scyther, and Magikarp.
I take Magikarp off. I don't think Magikarp's going to make it. And I take Scyther off too, honestly.
Scyther's super cool.
Out of all of those, I would fight for Machamp.
I never used them.
Because that's my fighting.
And I would fight for Cubone.
That's my fighting prowess. Like that gets my urge. To getting a fighting Pokemon on the list.
So we have Charizard, Pikachu, Machamp, Cubone, Eevee, Snorlax, Dragonite, Mewtwo.
Jesus. How many is that? 8?
That would be.
How many do we have
8.
to cut?
That's 8. We need to cut 3 of them.
Cut 3.
Yeah.
I know Machamp's going to go, but I fucking love this guy, bro. But if Machamp goes, if Machamp goes, Cubone goes. I'll tell you that.
That's why I don't do it.
Machamp goes, Cubone goes.
Man, that's tough.
I love Machamp.
No
so
convincing
sick.
you that we kill Eevee and keep Cubone on.
Oh my god, can we do that?
I could.
Ballsy?
I could sleep at night doing that easily.
But if Cubone makes the list, Machamp makes the list.
We could play that game.
But then we have to kill someone else.
Yeah,
Snorlax. I think I got to keep Snorlax.
Well, that'd be your call on who you want to put forth on the chopping block. But
I have to put Snorlax out of there. But
I mean,
Charizard's safe, right?
Charizard's a lock. I think Pikachu is safe.
Pikachu's safe. So Snorlax or Machamp. And you're going to get Cubone all the way up on this list over Eevee?
I would take a Cubone over an Eevee. I think Cubone is just so
But the Eevee's
cute
for the
and
respect.
sad. Eevee's
Eevee's
great.
for the respect.
Eevee's fine.
Is Cubone literally going to make this list? Are you kidding me?
I'd fight pretty hard for Cubone. Dude,
Champ's so much better, dude. But Champ has a belt indicating that he is literally the champion.
Cubone has his dead mother's skull.
He's the champion. Nature has crowned him the champion through evolution. I mean, Mother Nature's wrong.
Sure. Look, man.
Is Mother Nature wrong here? You know what Mother Nature did to Cubone? Made him wear his dead mother's skull.
I know.
Where it rewarded
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
It was like, Machamp, you were so badass that I will grow you a belt.
Cubone went up floor after floor, fighting.
Someone's probably yelling at me right now.
Evil
It's like,
spirits.
the Pokedex indicate that Machamp gets the belt in the wild or something. I don't know.
Machamp just inherits it.
Yeah.
It's not even. It's just Machamp's just some old
I'm
guy.
sure the Pokedex probably.
Remember when I was Machoke and I won this belt?
Maybe it was like you have to get a belt for it to evolve. But as soon as you put it around the waist, it evolves.
Yeah.
Oh, this is tough. I have to keep Snorlax. Snorlax is a lock. I can't, in good conscience, take him out.
I'll give you the Snorlax.
You're not giving me shit.
No,
you know Snorlax belongs in there.
Snorlax. I would still take Cubone over Snorlax. I'm just saying.
You're wrong. That's absolutely incorrect.
That's fine.
Cubone. So it'd be Snorlax. So what do we have? Charizard.
So Charizard, Pikachu, and
Snorlax.
So you're taking a Snorlax. Just so we're all clear.
Yeah.
You're taking Snorlax over Dragonite and Mewtwo.
Yes.
Okay.
I love Snorlax. I just want to hug that guy.
I will follow you down that road.
I want to hug him. I want to sleep on his belly. He's the best. He's like 1,000 pounds. He's like 2,000 pounds.
Do we?
Yeah.
Do we put Machamp and Cubone on this list and call it a day? Does Machamp and Cubone knock out Eevee, Dragonite, and Mewtwo?
How is that even possible? Mewtwo's so cool, but
Mewtwo's very cool. Mewtwo scares me. As a kid, Mewtwo was like...
Well, he remember, you didn't see the movies, but he could fucking talk.
Yeah.
He telepathically, what the fuck? This guy's insane. He's so smart. He knows English.
Yeah. The other thing, too...
Although we have seen that a second time, where Pikachu randomly... well, not Detective Pikachu, but Pikachu in one of the newest movies, Pikachu randomly talks.
What kind of voice does he have? Is it Ryan Reynolds?
I don't know. No, it was the cringiest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's weird.
He was like, what did he say? Like, I love you, Ash, or something. It was like, the whole audience, there's like a video of the whole audience.
You don't need that, right? Like, all you need him is just petting Ash's head whenever he's like a stone or something. Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck? It was, I'll show you that after the episode, but it was so weird.
Yeah.
All right.
So I know we were saying this, like, so Pikachu is a lot, like,
Has to. Face of the franchise.
Like it has to be.
Like, just to honor
the
tradition.
Personally,
I do like Pikachu a lot.
Personally, I'm just going to throw this out there.
Okay. Tyler DeFazio
would put Dragonite over Charizard. I'm not saying we do that.
No.
I'm not saying we do that. We won't do that.
Sure.
I just want the record to state.
Interesting.
I would put a Dragonite
I like
over.
Charizard more than Dragonite.
That's totally fine,
but
and I get that.
Can I snub Dragonite? I would take Dragonite over Mewtwo, actually, which is interesting.
Yeah, I would too.
Okay.
So do we just take Mewtwo off this list to make it?
I think
a little
Mewtwo's off the
easier on
list.
us? Okay.
So it's just between Dragonite, Cubone, and Machamp.
Are we taking Eevee off completely?
I think so.
All right.
I think...
Goodbye, Eevee.
I mean, we already have one on here out of pure respect, which is Pikachu.
Yeah.
Although I do like... Don't get me wrong. I do like Pikachu.
Sure.
But it's on the list because of respect. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take a Dragonite over Pikachu any day of the fucking week.
Yeah. I think Pikachu... I feel good about Pikachu being on there. That's fine.
Yeah. Are they going to be high up on the list?
I will say out of 151 Pokemon, I'm fighting for Cubone.
He's not going to be number one, so you got to fucking get your dreams dead.
I don't think he needs to be number one, but I'm just saying out of 151, I'm fighting for Cubone.
Amazing.
I'm giving you Charizard, Snorlax.
I'm not saying... I've pretty much put Cubone on the list. I'm trying to personally decide if I want Machamp or Dragonite.
So can I put Cubone
put him on, yeah.
All right.
I'll give it to you, which I think is just... I cannot believe how we got here.
Dude, he's so cute.
He is,
he's
but dude, there's a million cute things. We cut Clefairy.
No, Cubone's cuter than Clefairy.
No, dude, little arms.
Cubone has... Dude, I think Poliwag is cuter than Clefairy.
Get that.
You can put me on the record for that, too.
Get the fuck out of here. I hate the little nose for Poliwag. Ugh.
I don't know why we didn't... I should have fought a little bit more for Mankey. Honestly,
nah,
if you're getting on the fighting,
yeah, I like the fighting, but he's like my least favorite fighter. Like, Machamp is so much better than Mankey, much better. Yeah. He is.
Sure.
No, I promise.
Yeah, he's a better.
It's a fact.
I think Machamp gets worn out though. Why? Like maybe Machoke when his younger thing. Like Machamp's just too. He's big. He has look at all his muscles, 4 arms.
Love it.
Mankey will run circles around him, just kind of like jabbing around.
Yeah, until his third arm reaches behind him, picks that little monkey up and throws it through the gym roof.
Yeah, well...
and he keeps the belt. Because he's undefeated.
He keeps the belt.
Fuck it, put him on. He's got the belt, baby. He's the champ, baby.
Dragonite is gone?
See ya.
Oh, my God.
I feel horrible about this, but I don't care.
Listeners, this is going to be...
I need my fighting representation on this list.
Oh, my God.
If you're getting your shit on this list... What is Cubone, by the way?
He's a normal, probably.
Your shit? Yeah, Cubone's 100% your shit.
Sure, but then you have, what?
Snorlax is pretty mutual.
You have 80%. Snorlax is fine. I would put a Dragonite over Snorlax.
Nah.
Okay, I'm just saying. I would. I would maybe.
Can we do this to Dragonite? Can we do this to Dragonite, dude?
What are you going to do?
Do we do a Dragonite over Snorlax? But I like Snorlax more than Machamp.
I will give you Snorlax. That's why.
Well, it doesn't seem like you're fighting for Dragonite. You're not like, oh man.
Well, no,
can't be on this list.
I'm fighting hard for Cubone. That's why I'm trying to
put Machamp on. I've decided. I hear the flack. I don't care.
I'm willing to go out on a limb and say this is probably
the most heated
list that people.
I don't give a shit, dude.
Like.
Machamp is so cool, dude. He's the fucking champ. He's got 4 arms. He's huge. He'll beat anyone up. He's awesome. I love him, and I love fighting. Because this is our list. And I love fighting, so I need fighting representation.
Look, super passionate.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
I don't care. I don't care.
Right. Okay.
I don't even care. All right.
So Machamp, number 5?
Oh, buddy. Whoa. I just kicked Dragonite off the fucking list for this guy. He's pretty good.
He's all right.
Cubone's number 5, bro.
Look, it seems like you're a little more passionate for Machamp.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the fact that Cubone's reconsidering. Do I put Dragonite on this fucking list, dude? I know.
I knew you couldn't just leave them. Dude, you can make it very easy. You could just knock Charizard out, put Dragonite on.
Charizard would never go. Charizard my boy. No. It's either...
No, Dragonite is like, hey, remember when I was Charizard? And I'm just like, life. I'd rather eat pizza and smoke weed.
Yeah.
And that's Dragonite.
No, but Charizard's the lazy one.
Yeah, Dragonite's even lazier. He's just...
Is he?
Look at him. He's just fat, tiny wings. He is. Dude, that's the perfect thing. Charizard has these massive wings. He's flying around.
Yeah, but in the show, he's like this lazy
Dragonite's just like, nah, I got these little wings, but at least Dragonite can fly.
This might be the hardest decision I ever made in my life. This might be the hardest decision I've ever made. Because, I can't snub this guy, but can I really get rid of Snorlax? And my love for Machamp. I need to just make a decision.
You're good for the flips. I mean...
Yeah, I'm good for the flips. All right, give Machamp out. I have to make the hard choice.
If
He's an honorable mention.
No, you're taking Machamp out and putting
I have
Dragonite
to because,
on.
dude, I'm all in on Snorlax. This guy's a beast. But this is going to be interesting because here's how it's changed. Because now Dragonite's in. Dragonite's going to fly up the list here because Dragonite's fantastic. I just can't snub Dragonite. I don't know what I was thinking.
You putting Dragonite on the list makes me feel better about putting Cubone 5th.
Yeah,
that makes
Cubone has to be
helps
5th.
you at all.
Are
we saying okay?
Now is Snorlax 4th?
I think Snorlax needs to be 4th. Yeah.
Now I would do Pikachu 3. I would do Pikachu 3. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, as soon as Dragonite makes it in, this guy's gonna fly up the fucking list. Like he went from like not gonna be on it to like, okay, he's top 2.
Oh no.
Is he gonna get number 1?
No. Dude,
Charizard, right?
You almost didn't put him on the list.
I know.
I think Dragonite's number 3. Can you do that to Pikachu?
Yes, I can. But can you do that to Pikachu?
I don't know if I can do that to the face of the entire franchise.
Fair. It's fair. Number 3, but Dragonite.
I think if you put Pikachu or Dragonite up and you just walked around downtown.
Of course.
Yeah.
But downtown's not the Couch Company podcast.
That's true. I still...
See, we flipped on this as well. I'm usually the popular guy.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Interesting.
It's okay.
I'm good with Dragonite 3.
Month episode.
I'm good with Dragonite 3.
All right.
Man, I'm flipping this episode. I'm flipping like a burger.
We have Cubone number 5, Snorlax number 4, Dragonite number 3. What's number 2, Pikachu or Charizard?
Pikachu. Charizard's the man.
I'll give you that.
You think Pikachu should be 1?
Yeah. It's hard not
it's too based. It's too based.
As we put Earth as number 1 last week.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fine. I will give you... You're saying that's too
right?
basic. Based?
Yeah.
Basic? I don't know.
Based is something.
Dude, I think Charizard being number 1 is the most like
vanilla?
Vanilla thing ever, but I think that's fine.
Flame Dragon, of course.
Yeah, no, and again, on the record, I think Squirtle beats Charizard, but...
so you would put Squirtle as number 1?
No.
Okay.
No, I would probably put Squirtle would
you put Cubone as number 1 if it was up to you?
No, I would put Cubone in it.
Would you put
between 2 and 3?
So you'd put Pikachu as 1?
I think I would... Yeah, probably.
What about Dragonite?
Given
Dragonite
our list, yeah, I'd probably put Pikachu 1, Dragonite 2, Cubone 3.
That is insane. Yeah. How does Cubone beat 150?
Cubone just speaks to me, man.
He does.
My heart goes out to him.
All right, run it down where our list is. This was a brutal one. This was a brutal one.
Well, we went through 151 options.
Yeah, this is brutal. I always do this. I get really passionate, but I stopped myself this time. Machamp was about to make a run. And then I said, John, you know what? You're getting a little too fanboy here.
And I was giving you a champ. I don't have...
No, you were giving me it, but I had to come back to Earth. I had to come back and say Dragonite is
But you know when I run this down...
I just wish I could get rid of fucking Bone Guy and put on Machamp. Dude, he's the champ. Just don't know how you don't see it.
All right. Do you like Snorlax more than Machamp?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, there it is. We got the list. We have it.
All right.
Snorlax is as much as Machamp hits the gym.
Do you like Pikachu as much as Machamp?
No. But Pikachu's the face. The only reason Pikachu's on the list is because of the respect.
I know. I mean, do you...
No, I agree with it. I think it needs to be on.
I would take Pikachu off if you put Machamp at 5.
Dude, you're getting crazy today.
I know.
Like, I think back to our sidekick list, and it's like, Robin's on there almost purely out of respect.
Yeah.
Because the more we talk through it, it's like, you know what? Robin's a shitty sidekick.
Yeah.
Every single one leaves or dies.
Chelsea makes the perfect argument.
Yeah.
Batman does not need Robin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shrek needs Donkey.
Yeah.
Frodo definitely needs fucking Sam.
Yeah.
The whole entire universe needs Sam. And Sherlock Holmes needs Watson.
Yeah.
And
we're not admitting that we were wrong for the sidekicks, but I understand what you're getting at.
No, but
you put Robin on for respect.
He gets the bronze medal because he is the dynamic duo. That's respect.
Yeah. So with
does
Pikachu,
Han need Chewie? I don't think so.
No, Chewie more needs Han actually. So that's good.
So that's
a
good kind of fighting against. Sure. Anyways, that's why I feel better about Donkey 4. Go watch that episode. It's like episode 10 or something.
So long ago.
No, we're not. Machamp's out. Honorable mention. He's right on the
Poor
cusp.
Machamp.
Poor Machamp.
I tried Machamp.
I love Machamp.
I tried to get you.
This episode has really opened my eyes to how much I love Machamp.
All right, so you're good with me chiseling this in.
Chisel it in.
All right.
Let's hear it.
For our top 5 Gen 1 Pokemon, we have Cubone at number 5.
Can't believe you say
Snorlax.
that out loud.
Snorlax is number 4.
Yes, sir.
Dragonite, number 3. Pikachu, number 2. Charizard, the number 1
Has to be.
original Pokemon.
Has to be. Guy's a beast.
I will give it to you just for the card aspect.
The
of it,
card,
because I do
the
agree
game,
with
everything.
Yeah,
the show, love it. All down the
All
line. Charizard was the best. I apologize to all Dragonite fans for giving you a heart attack. And I also apologize to any Machamp fans that are out there. I tried, but I couldn't do it. Didn't have the balls.
That's
So.
All right.
All right. There it is.
That's it.
That's all we got.
That took a long time.
That took a long time. So
We're almost at the 2 hour mark.
we have all these other segments planned, but
We did.
That's going to do it.
You think?
I think so. How long are we at?
We're at about an hour, 50 minutes.
Yeah, we're done.
It's fitting because we did 150 Pokemon, 150 minutes.
1 a minute.
Right?
Perfect.
That's what 150 means.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As always, thank you for joining us here on the couch. Check us out on couchcompany.games. Check out all of our lists. If you think this was spicy, check out the other ones. Listen to our thought process with those. We appreciate everyone for listening in.
Happy 6 months, John.
Happy 6 months, Tyler. And check us out same time, same place next week. Peace.